Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Together We Roll.
Yay!
Just love the discordant yelling. This is...
I was totally cordant, thank you.
I was in tune. I can't speak for any of the rest of them.
Yeah.
I was not.
Were you in tune with each other? That's
Yes.
the question.
Who gives a shit about them?
This is our cricket mini arc, which is why I'm still standing here. And we're going to go over to Kevin for our thank yous and...
RPG Elements, JD Arts, Oki Deer, and Corinne Milne, some of the wonderful miniatures and artwork that you will and sometimes do see. You can also support us on Patreon, follow us on all the socials that will be linked down below. We love doing this. We would love for you to love it enough to help us make it better. Anyways, back to the game!
Quick recap.
When last
They're bugs. And
What? I'm a bug and nobody told me? Holy.
Todd sent everybody out on an epic mission, and as requested by Niquist, it's been epic so far based on the encounter you had with a frog and a small squash bug army. At this point, everyone's a little banged up, and the door, he's going, because of the bird. So Anto's resolving something, but we're going to get started with closing out our time in the Pixie Village. That was rescued from the squash bugs thanks to X's great intervention.
Was it great? You became it was intervention.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing that he didn't decide it was a good time to relieve himself.
Right. So we have 3 destroyed buildings, a bunch of living pixies who are moderately grateful, and
The temple. I don't want to talk about the temple.
and at least one person who's down to 1 HP.
Not it. Really?
Oh,
You were also.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
You were using a
beat.
different character sheet. Remember?
All right. I'm beat up.
Well, actually, on D&D Beyond, it said you were dead. Yeah, it had skull.
I have full hit points on D&D.
I reset.
Okay,
I reset it so I
so-
can print it.
Time now. You have 1 hit point. You're hurt to fuck. You took no
Fine.
damage.
Nope.
And okay, cool. That's where we're at.
Zero,
And this
you're
man does not exist
And
yet.
I ain't not here yet.
Yeah. So one of the pixies is going to.
Please be a horrible racist stereotype.
It's gonna happen. You can't. You're not a dwarf. He's not a
No, he's not a cockroach.
Oh.
So one of the pixies is going to step forward and
He's not
look
here, man.
to the most together of you, which is probably going to be our dear Rhino Bug, who doesn't say much. And
He is the
Is
most
it-
together.
is it over? It appears that you've cleared them all out. Is he?
So Anatol will reach off and crack up one of the wings and start eating one.
I think so we don't have the resources to repay you for your generosity. We're gonna send you to the next village to they'll take care. Oh God, could you wait? Could you wait?
Big old clacking man.
Oh, I got the same thing. Like take one of their heads and crack it open.
And, hello. And I just literally just looking and you're just like, so you're a cricket. Nothing concerning there. Nothing concerning there. Definitely a cricket. Don't make eye contact. Kids, stay over there.
Our friend Ren will lead you to the next village, and they just like tilt their head and back away as quickly as possible, joining the other pixies who are working to, through magic, restore the buildings that have been destroyed over the course of this. A small...
Now I remember the fight.
You good now?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
What buildings? They got washed away by that tsunami.
A figure approaches from the nearby fields. Please describe yourself to us.
So you see the grass start to part. Just the grass parting. And you're as the grass is and literally comes out just outside the little field where you're standing at. And a little roly-poly bug standing up on. There's 14 legs, and you got 4 of them on the ground, and 4 of them have little tiny crossbows in each hand. 4 of them have
Roll up.
He's gonna Mexican stand up with
and
himself.
4 daggers below those.
I knew we were gonna get mugged today.
Turn back. This is Ren. Ren, could you take them to the crane fly festival?
Crane fly festival.
You know where it is.
I know where it is.
Okay.
I don't believe you.
I know where it is. It's
Which of you had the map?
Yeah, you're right. He did.
So he covered in the gore and wreckage of enemies slaughtered. If you could open that up.
Was it like the?
It was the big ball.
Okay, so you're going to Ren gestures at a point on the map, and suddenly there's a new glow on it. Apparently, you are able to set landmarks across this map yourself.
Oh! All of a sudden, the brothel shows up.
and then it continues. Other brothels.
There's one check marked off.
This is a punk crawl?
That's not for pugs.
a little mini. Well, actually, it's not so mini, but a little mini bolt goes right through the other side, just sitting there. That one's got bad things.
I can't.
Bugs.
So what's more impressive, that you shot a map, or the map took it and held the arrow because it's so thick?
Cleaning my mandibles with his tiny crossbow bolt.
It did no damage to the map.
That's impressive. But it was given by the goddess Todd.
Well, are we ready to go?
So, you now know where you're going. It's a short distance across the map. It looks like this is a fairly stable trading route. There's things shifting around past these 2 points, but these 2 points look to be pretty localized to each other.
So there's like a ley line.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you guys are being ushered out of town. Grab as many heads as you want, but
So you're all grabbing heads.
Dragging. They're like. I don't know how these pixies are pushing me out of town. I'm like dragging one of the carcasses with me.
they're not pushing it, but they're just yes, thank you. Thank you.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you.
Very much that.
Cricket, what is your name again?
Udo.
Uda, you have 5 heads on your chassis already. Why do you need another 6?
In case he gets hungry.
I've never seen you with not eating something.
I find it much easier just to eat
Small one talks too much.
on the rotten vegetarian.
I know I talk too much. I get it.
You want to try?
Always question.
It's high
in protein.
High in protein. I
Don't
will
do
let
it.
it get mushy first.
Nope. Can confirm. Roly-poly, mostly fiber.
You get plenty of iron out of them.
Oh, well, hello. Sorry, I just got caressed by one of the attendants from that.
No question.
Okay, apparently our dear Rhino Bug is just pressing forward.
That sucks.
No, I'm gonna join Rhino Bug. Rhino Bug,
14.
do you mind if I ride you?
You guys are level 5. A 14 is a normal roll.
Yes. Well, I rolled up. So you say that, and I literally, you look and you swear, you know it's me, but it looks like a rock.
See? Fiber.
Did someone roll to see if he knows what fiber is?
You mean the impenetrable wall?
I'm gonna be honest. So it comes out as.
What he said.
You all gather up your millipedes. They are carrying the
Are
now
they
inerts. Yeah.
Okay.
You tie them up outside the battlefield.
Okay.
Remember you ran away to them.
True.
That one
True.
point.
Still got flooded.
So
I fire 2 off bolts.
there's the inert statue that is now a pristine, gleaming silver replica of X entire form. You guys can, I guess, ditch the millipedes if you want, because you can't use it again. But if you want to keep the pretty silver shiny, that's up to you.
I have no need.
How big is it?
Big. It's big enough that you're using tow bugs, which are the equivalent of draft horses.
All right. Shoot right between his cheeks.
Please don't shoot the random horses.
No, I was going to shoot right between X cheeks.
No, let us abandon
Honestly, I just look at the pixies. Those are yours, by the way. They shall help rebuild your dead civilization. Bye!
Thanks!
Enjoy the children!
What the fuck are we gonna do with a bunch of millipedes? I guess we put the statue up in the... Yeah, that's fine. And you
That
all
is when
make
we
your
created
way.
a religious cult that now worships a giant turtle.
I highly doubt it's going to be a worship to the thing that broke
No, this is a
everything.
chaos god.
Envy. This is chaos god, yep.
Follow me!
No.
Arriba, follow me! And everything goes in, rolls up, and disappears into the bush.
This was not the racism I expected in this campaign.
Wrong
All
demographic.
right.
I'm sorry, here. Hi.
I see. I was waiting for somebody to attempt that one, and I'm just like, it's not going to be me. Not going to be me.
So you're walking along.
Andale.
You're able to move at a slightly faster. You're able to move at a slightly faster clip now that you don't have the millipedes to care for, and you make pretty decent progress.
Because the grass is parting as I push through it.
There's a path, you nutbag.
He's purposely rolling
Yeah, he's
things
purposely-
I'm not on the path. I'm not on
That's
the path.
fine. As you walk along, you come to this small creek that, as you walk beside it, it starts changing and becomes a much cleaner glide. And as you look more and more closely at it, you realize that it is no longer filled with water, it is filled with ink. And it appears that you are now walking alongside a calligraphy swipe of a river. And
Check the map. Did it turn to water? Sorry.
the map shows that you're going the right direction, and you're actually getting fairly close to the village that you're intending to approach. You get closer, and the trees, they are now shifting from these large bamboo stalks to these small, really meticulously groomed bonsai trees.
Aw.
And you are progressing further and further, and someone flies down from the air and lands in front of you.
I dive into the grass.
And it appears to be something resembling a mosquito, but made of paper. Hello, Ren! It is good to see you. And
Boink!
Ropa.
Good to see you!
you are the only one here who would know of this particular race of the paper crane flies that make up this particular village.
Ignore me, please go on. Paper crane flies.
Yeah, why?
It's fucking brilliant. Go on.
Let's go visit their leader, Sadako.
You recognize this as
Etc. poop.
this particular one. His name is Ichi, and
Because he's the first one we met?
yes.
Okay.
You gonna call out the whole thing?
No, it's amazing. Keep going.
This is going to be a very long day.
That's gonna be very okay.
And as you guys look past, you see that you'll be crossing over a small bridge that's decorated with lanterns, and the entire population is a mixture of normal bugs, fey spirits, and these paper crane flies who are holding a grand festival
Oh,
throughout the town square.
civilization.
Bold of them to have lanterns.
They're
Very.
lit by magic.
It's
There is no open flame allowed.
Understandable. No one uses fire.
You can
in order
start a thing, but don't. Anyway, as you enter the gates, Ichi offers you some refreshments. Everybody who takes them and chooses to consume, you're going to heal up 10 hit points. And then offers each of you 3 tokens. Ichi explains, these tokens can be redeemed at any of our festival events. You can use them to purchase things, you can use them at the games, you can use
How many tokens?
3 apiece.
Oh, 3 apiece.
Yes.
I thought 3 total.
Ooh, I want to play the knock the pins down game.
And he gestures to a giant square where competitions are going to be happening. These include oration, they include physical combat, they there's gonna be a sumo competition there.
Sumo!
That's the one word you've ever said that we all understand.
There's a lane dedicated to foods and other consumables and cultural events, and then there's another lane that is all of the kind of like fair games that you would typically encounter. Everybody gets 3 tokens, and we can do as we wish here, and it ends when you're done.
Sumo.
Sumo! Let's do that first.
All right, so
I'm a Rhino
Sumo.
Beetle. No sumo.
it appears we have 3 people who are prepared and ready to enter the sumo competition, which is going to start right now, I guess.
And 1 hit point. Sorry, 11 hit points now, right?
It's all non-lethal.
It is going to be non-lethal damage, yes.
We'll see about that.
Those mandibles say otherwise.
Does
Is it
any,
winning if you decapitate
is
your
it just
opponent?
you 3? Do you
The
2 want to be
problem
involved?
is, I bet all of my money on the big cricket, so even when I win...
You interested in sumo, or are you just
I'm
gonna?
gonna go gamble.
Okay.
You're a cleric with a gambling addiction, okay.
Yeah!
There are going to be a lot of people there. Yeah. We're going to go watch.
So you're a thief.
So he's doing his thing. We'll do some rolls in a second, I guess.
I'm gonna find other crickets, even if it kills me. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Like I need other cricket
You know,
companions.
it's interesting as he's holding little crossbows, and as he loads one goes, another arm goes from the other side. Loading these
So you're
crossbows.
holding them out constantly?
Yes. Got 4 of them and then 4 daggers, and 2 arms left over.
Roll
4
perception
sitting
for
in
me.
the front. Roll perception.
Yeah.
Oh god, it sucks being lower level.
Remember, the DCs are lower now, too.
It's no longer a 30 DC.
Passive perception. No, wait. What am I rolling? Perception.
One does not roll a passive skill.
Okay. All right.
You just tell them what your passive perception is.
I got 14.
Is that what you rolled, or is that your passive?
That is the total. No, my passive is 21. What I rolled is a
How the
14.
fuck did you get a level 5 to have a passive of 21?
Observant.
Okay. But no, you're busy being tricksy and paying attention to all the people that you're going to
Oh yeah, there's
be
a lot.
around
There's a lot.
since you're.
I'm just going to be around them.
That's
That's
a lot
all.
of
That's
hands.
all I'm doing.
That's a lot of hands.
Yep.
I'm just literally. This is a cool game, isn't it? Wow, this is amazing. Look, go get them!
Okay. So you said
14 hands coming out.
One of them's feeding a chicken.
You said a 14?
Well, 14 hands is the total hands. that I
No.
have.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 14.
That's what I care.
Where are your
hands.
hands?
Groovy. Thanks. We'll deal with that in a minute. So, for the sumo competition, I need each of you who are participating to roll me a d6.
D6. I shall use my fancy new dice.
Oh.
The actual caltrops.
Ooh, look at those. Ooh, no.
6.
Hopefully one means good.
Okay. None of you are going up against each other.
This might solve this for us.
Can we all be first, second, and third?
It's like, excuse me, I don't want to play anymore.
All right. And, sorry, Kevin, you got a 4, you got a 1, and you got a 6.
6.
Okay. Cool. So, Anto, you will be going first.
I'm just like unarmed.
Throw the rice.
Is it little pieces of rice or
One big ass rice pellet.
that literally happens? This poor little ladybug just takes it to the face.
Poor mean man. That poor mean man who threw that rice.
My perception will beat your stealth.
I know. You're the one. You're the ladybug right now.
You have not done anything yet. I will let you know.
This is all in my mind.
She took it like a champ. That's not
I am
the first
just-
time taking one in the face.
Would you like a spray bottle? You're probably gonna need it.
Just munching on a single rice grain.
Oh, you guys are gonna end up wrestling a cat here.
I will win that night.
I will win that fight because my familiar is a flea.
This takes a really long time.
You see a familiar face step out across
That's our one point.
the arena. The funnel spider who you all met, who runs the inn that you stopped at, is apparently entered into the sumo competition.
Okay.
Don't be so scared of fuckers.
It's a very big spider.
Hello. We shall go. And
I'm like,
The
eat me a
size
spider.
discrepancy between these two is immense.
Yeah,
Yes.
we're in the Fey Wild. This is so funny.
But-
It's
oh,
gonna be
yeah.
fun.
It's a funnel spider with an ant.
correct.
And the ant is
funnel
gonna
spider.
win.
The odds
Ants.
right now are, for this particular match, are running at about 2 to 3. Like, this is not a horribly
I'm
mismatched.
betting on it.
Funnel spiders aren't small.
Yeah, is there a betting ring?
Yes,
I
the ants are
because I
like
said I wanted to
3 times
gamble.
the-
Yeah.
Is there a betting?
There is
I think it's like
there
100
is
times the value.
sanctioned betting and non-sanctioned
I'm
betting.
going to non-sanctioned betting.
Okay, non-sanctioned betting is
Stop.
guys.
I'm throwing the rice back.
All right,
First one of those would have went in your mouth without you catching it, and you know it.
I'm so
You gave him a
can
free
you
roll.
be more in love with him? Like, it would take
No.
work.
You're practically straight.
You say that as if you try, like
Practically
you
with a
tried.
lowercase p.
You
Anyway,
weren't there in college.
you easily find the unsanctioned betting because this is not your first time looking for such a place.
Nope. It is not.
There is a small notice indicating that any magic used to adjust odds will get you immediately expelled, which is written in quotes. You can walk up to the... Y'all, there is a fly who is running the gambling stuff. He's got the little green accountant hat going, and he's ticking things around back and forth. And he's, yeah. What you betting?
What are the odds?
Current 2 to 3. 2 on the end. He looks like he knows what's up. Yeah, 2 to 3.
Yeah. I'm going to bet on the spider, actually. I'm going to put down... yeah, you still have gold pieces in this universe,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, okay. So I'm going to put 50 gold onto the spider. And then I'm going to also put 20 gold for the praying mantis.
All right.
You meaning ant?
Question: Is the use of
Sorry for the
magic,
cricket.
is the use of magic allowed during the bouts?
That has not been described yet.
Okay.
Keep track of your bets. I'm not.
Yes.
Okay. Anybody else participating in betting?
Can I bet even though I'm participating?
You cannot bet on your round, but you can bet on other rounds.
I'm gonna bet on the ant.
Okay.
No.
Anto, don't worry. I have money on you. I hex him.
Oh.
That would
Okay.
be magic to change the odds. I'm
Sleight of hand?
clarifying that. So you're doing that consciously.
What a fucking amateur.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to need either a stealth roll or a sleight of hand roll, depending on how you're trying to hide it, and I need you to describe it to me.
I both have stealth and sleight of hand, so both. I quite literally go up to him after going down after he clobbers a bunch of people with rice, and goes, Anto! You are a legendary warrior! I have bet 50 gold on you! You can do this! He's gonna die.
Then that would be sleight of hand, and go ahead and roll it.
Okay. That's a natural 19, making it a 26.
Okay.
Nice.
And I'm going to give you disadvantage on strength checks.
Okay.
It's rolling straight up now.
I'm rolling straight now. It's fine.
But you see me just rubbing my four hands together.
You hear a little.
Oh, sorry.
All the chicks come over.
I wonder who that
Hey.
Please tell me that's canon.
The praying mantis comes walking around the corner. Huh? What? Oh, it's you. Never mind.
Occupado!
We're gonna call it a cricket and what you know to be a predatory spider. Both come looking.
Oh.
Hi.
We'll deal with this in a minute. So, the announcer...
Death by snooze.
Y'all really don't want to kill the charisma dude.
Don't worry, I'm trying to kill myself.
I know.
Now you know how I
You have never hurt anyone. Therefore, no one is around to protect you.
You only think you have plot armor.
So, magic is allowed but not to be cast by outside people, and it must be cast, knowingly. You say what magic you are having applied to you.
I did not.
Correct. This is as combatants. Outside people is expressly forbidden. So what you did, always illegal, even if somebody declared it.
Oh, 100%.
But if one of you guys had a trainer or something and they gave you bless, you would just reveal that. So that way. But I don't think any of y'all have magic, so
Nope.
you have magic.
I
We will discuss that when we get there. Okay.
You have magic? Oh, you have magic, sorry.
We will do
Ken's
yours, then
floating
we'll
disc.
resolve your shit. So, this is going to start with a straight grapple.
I would like him to try and hit me with the grapple first.
Alright. Okay. That's going to be a 19.
Yeah, that totally hits.
Okay.
Alright, so, grapple.
Grapple.
Oh, yeah.
So at this point, we'll do the same thing. It'll be a
Junior mints. And some more
I forget what they're called because they're muttering over there. The contested roll. You need to get 3. It's going to be you get the grapple, and then 1, 2 gets the pin. So if you get this, you get the counter grapple. If the funnel spider gets it, then they get the
He
first
gets the first point.
Yeah.
If you're using strength, it's at disadvantage.
Right, but I make grapple checks at advantage.
So it's straight out.
Straight across the board.
I'm gonna die and lose money.
23.
Oh, you super kick this dude. Alright, so legs fly up and they're just kind of legs are kind of scooped under, and he's not really sure how he's on his back up in the air above you, because he's 3 times your size. If you're just looking at his head, let alone the whole funnel spider. But so now it's
That's the type of thorax.
this gets you the first point, and this would get him the counter grapple. So
Okay.
contest
This
again.
spider has. This spider has
We're contesting
hands
again?
the size
Yeah.
of him for afternoon tea.
Sumo 2 points, right?
21.
So since that first one hasn't rolled above a 10, you get the first point. So describe what it looks like
So,
as you
so
start.
this spider comes in and reaches for the ant. The ant grabs all the legs, kicks the remaining 4 out from underneath him, grabs him, and starts just scooting him towards the edge. Just scooting him on his thorax.
And there's the legs flailing, trying to get underneath, and this will be for the final point, and whether or not you win.
Okay. 20.
It didn't matter.
Boom! Skit,
I don't think you could have rolled lower.
I rip up my ticket.
And off the boat.
What's your modifier? What's your modifier on that?
10.
Oh god.
Yeah, could not have rolled lower. That's fantastic. Okay, so
So we're not rolling an initiative, so I don't get bonus actions or reactions or anything like that. Oh, this gets real fun. I
So
love that.
story-wise, you would have felt like something almost like retracting the amount of almost muscle mass from your ants, the skeletal form.
It's not
But
fair.
really, you feel that, and you feel your spiritual awareness punch it, whatever is doing that, in the face, and then you just continue.
Karma. Here we go.
All right.
It was an off day.
Yeah, so I'm ripping up my ticket.
Yeah. There's nothing in question. Like, you didn't do magic because the dude lost.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit, man. I throw it around.
I bet on him. I won.
Yes. So, and you did it through the legitimate thing. So
Yeah.
you're able to basically. There's somebody who's there doing the running for you guys.
Yeah.
He's gonna ask if you want to like roll it over to the next round, etc., etc. Which means you would be doing it without knowing who he goes up against.
Yeah. Do I get better odds that way or something?
It's just the only way that you can bet on him if he goes up against you, like regardless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll roll him over to the next round.
Okay. Cool. So
Good job,
whatever you bet.
Anto! You
Now
just
do
made me
10 gold.
rich! I'm
Okay.
so
I don't know if you said it before. I just like
I
let
said
it
I'm putting
happen.
my money on him, and I have
Yeah.
10 gold pieces.
Okay. Cool. So
10 gold
Tip of
shavings,
joy.
whatever.
yeah. So
10 fairy
10
dust.
granules of gold dust.
so
Gold-
you're
gold
up
fairy
to.
dust, yeah.
I said it was 2 to 3, so you
Is
should
that
be up
how
to
it
15.
works? So someone bets on your
Was
opponent, and you
it
beat your
2/3
opponent,
odds
and you
on
get
him,
what was
or
bet
was
on
it
him?
3-2 the other way?
He was favored.
He was favored
Favored
against
to
the
win
spider?
against
Yeah.
the spider?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you get 15 gold.
Okay.
I think the last time someone saw you bench press someone, it was like 50 times your size.
Last time somebody saw me bench someone, it was a cat.
Also, like, they all literally know this dude and he enters for fun. So, he's only ever made it to the
That
second
guy.
round, like, once.
He could have been.
Spider?
Yeah.
Oh,
It wasn't about you.
okay.
He's a crowd favorite.
Yeah, like, he's there for the fun of it. And, you know, he gets, like, back slaps and really,
You've seen that YouTube video of like the 190-pound guy going up against a 400-pound sumo wrestler?
Yeah. No.
Yeah, it's very similar.
No,
but
no.
just, like,
One.
imagine that dude's, like, really, really tall, but this thin.
Yeah.
And that's same thing. So what's going on with you? You are pickpocketing, as we've all been
I am
pinching at.
so hanging under the crowd going, oh my god, that's amazing. Disappear. Turn into a rock. Roll around.
Okay, to be clear, turning into a rock does not give you any stealth advantage when you're in a crowd at a festival.
He's like, hey guys, there's a rock here. They're right here. So I can
It does here. It does here.
Okay, as long as you're happy, I'm just letting you know that doesn't give you any benefits. But
Did we confirm that you think you're God or
I'm
something?
picturing Tuk Tuk from Raya and the Last Dragon.
haven't seen it.
She has a rolling pill bug with a saddle on it. that
Well,
she
that's
rides around.
lovely.
Oh, yeah, right.
But anyway,
I wish the sword had one was a little bit
you are doing your thing. You can roll a sleight of hand check, but the event's already predetermined. This is just going to determine the quality of stuff that you have gotten. Correct?
It's not throwing so hard that time.
You're gonna crush your junior mints.
Yeah, I
I
have to
can
be
do tricks
careful
again.
there. Ooh. Sleight of hand? 23.
All right, so 23. You do your little like cruising around and picking things, and you manage to score some real like you managed to pinpoint exactly who the local, not aristocracy, but like the wealthy within
big
this
wigs.
crowd are, and you manage to you filch a really nice bracelet and you get a really nice ring, and then the 2 paper crane flies that have been hovering over you because you've had weapons drawn since you entered the festival and you're being a real sketch dude are like, hey, no, out. And they're just like hovering above
What did I
you.
do? What did I do? What did I do? I didn't do anything.
Away and get out of the crowd.
What?
Weapons away, get out of the crowd.
Little plates open up.
Sorry, what?
Sparks. And like, if you don't start walking, they will literally come down and pick you up to escort you. Your
I
poor
roll
little
away, I
legs
roll away.
dragging along behind your body.
I roll away and I attempt stealth to disappear.
Okay. They're watching you actively.
I
You're
know.
rolling at disadvantage.
Don't you have to actually have a ability that allows you to attempt to hide while being observed?
Once you break
He's in the
line of
middle
sight.
of a crowd. It's something where he could break through.
He does have an
I
action.
think it's
I
funny.
know what you're talking about, but he's a build that
Hide in
can.
plain sight or whatever. it's
Yeah.
called.
I'm gonna go with it's funny, and I'm letting it happen.
DM said so yes.
At disadvantage, stealth, right?
Yep.
And then when they spot him again, he's like, "That wasn't me. That was a totally different."
21.
Well, since they crit,
Oh, shit.
and with their
Ba-da-ba.
+8, they're going to look at you and go,
Oh.
"Get out of the crowd, or you're going to jail."
And now I'm really disappearing. I'm rolling away.
Okay, like, are you
Out of the
turning
crowd.
invisible, or are you just like actually leaving and listening?
I'm letting him.
Okay.
I'm letting him see me leave.
Okay.
And then he's gonna sneak back in.
You very obviously have a guard posted on you the whole way. Like,
You gonna keep following me?
Imagine it's like a, it's
you're
like a
making
drone.
bad choices, and they are reflecting that with how they're treating
You
you.
just have a drone flying over top of you.
The next match that is going on, it is a squash bug who I personally would like to lose, and you're not in this.
Oh. I was like, can I, like, if I start eating him during the bound?
I
Non-lethal
personally,
damage. Non-lethal damage.
could you do that? They will be upset, and I will not. So I'm just
Okay.
you can weigh that however you want. It's a squash bug versus a different pill bug. It just kind of goes back and forth. It takes forever. The pill bug ends up winning. The next round, it is another ant. It's a carpenter ant versus
Big jaws. Sizes and everything.
opinions.
Sizes and everything.
I was about to bring up racing, but yeah, it's definitely there.
I made the joke. I made a joke at one point. What kind of ant am I?
Soldier.
I'm a soldier ant. There you
You're a
go.
soldier ant.
So you're just bigger. In general, you're just bigger.
Even among soldier ants, you're a freak.
Carpenter ants are fucking cute. I
Are
know
you
what you're talking
Sure,
about.
man.
Are you a 24-hour ant?
Oof. No, those are
Bullet
actually
ants?
wasps. They're
Siafu?
What about a bullet ant?
also a wasp.
They don't have wings.
They are
Yeah,
wasps.
fun.
Bad fingers.
So are velvet ants.
Siafu?
Also wasps.
Bullet ants suck.
Oh yeah.
Siafu? Big giant ants?
Go on.
Go ahead.
It's two carpenter ants. One of them wins. You don't know any of them. You guys didn't bet. It's fine. It's Kevin's fight.
Go get it! Oh, sorry. What's your name again?
Udo.
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 Go, Udo!
So Udo, as you step out,
Cricket power!
from the far side flies down a yellow jacket. And it lands opposite.
Ooh! Oh no, you might be screwed!
I'm going to feed him his own stinger.
Pneumothorax this.
Isn't that like twice the size of. Actually, I don't know. You're
That's a
only.
mantis.
Not a praying mantis.
I have a size advantage on this.
You do. Same setup. Does anybody want to bet?
I've
You
already bet.
on him.
I'm gonna double down.
All right.
No, I'm gonna triple down. I'm gonna triple down. I need to make money.
Okay, so that would be 60.
Yes.
Okay.
What's the odds?
Oh, I'm betting on the
On him?
the
Okay.
cricket.
Udo?
So, just to be clear, on the sheet it says Mantis, strikeout, cricket, strikeout, Mantis, strikeout, Mantis? Question mark on your
The
spot.
thing was, every time it was striked out and wrote cricket, it was my hand.
Udo, get down and say, this is all my money. You have to win. How are you more inspirational than me?
3-1 in your favor.
In your favor.
I'm like finishing up a squash bug.
Like, he's horrifying. And he's delusional. These people are like, yeah, that motherfucker.
You're gonna see someone die.
Like I'm literally eating somebody as I step into
And by the way, we don't know if it was a guy that you killed prior to the party or in
Someone
the
you just
party.
smoked.
Or
In the
that would
party.
be a guess, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to strike first, or do you want them to come at you?
I want them to come at me.
Okay.
Because I have reach and I will stop them cold.
All right. That is a 25.
Okay, as he moves to get close enough to me, because I have advantage reach, I get the attack of opportunity.
Because Polar Master.
With her 16.
Oh, right. I have to tell you their AC. That's... I'm on the wrong screen. Meets it, beats it.
So he comes around and I just literally pull my hand up and stop the top of his head and drop his speed to 0. So he does not get to initiate the grapple against me.
Correct.
So now I get to grapple him.
Yes. And his eyes go wide.
If he had an eye, well, he has like many.
Yeah.
27.
Yeah. Very much so. That's
No.
I guess they're curling it like he's a yellow jacket, right?
yeah.
You guys curl up like roly polies too, right? And then just start curling him in on himself.
Fuck me, you get it.
I'm literally just forcing the stinger closer and closer to his face.
And you hear like non-lethal coming in from the corner.
On the other
like,
hand, this little grandmother going, "Get him in the chair!"
With a big old black eye. And I just throw him out.
So, last one, and you will very likely achieve that.
26.
Grandma Ladybug.
I finally rolled well, and I got a 22.
Oh,
So yeah, you just toss him, and life flashes before his eyes. He's out of the like you threw him, and he did not land. He booked it. He was like, "This is not how I die."
Like he saw the venom dripping off that stinger as it like closed in on
Venom
his
dripping off your own ass.
Oh man.
Oh, horrifying!
that truly is
I
horrifying.
actually, when I was still in high school, I wrestled the defending state champion. My senior year, I hurt myself my freshman year, didn't wrestle for 2 years. We went down to a tournament. I was wrestling the defending state champion at my weight class. And we're tangled up, and finally, like, this guy's kicking my ass, and finally I see, like, there's testicles right here. So I just
I
go,
love this joke.
"Ah!" and bit down as hard as I could and passed the fuck out. Because God, that hurt. Oh,
Wait a minute.
Love that joke.
Horrifying!
Sorry, a little bit of eck rolled up on there. A little bit of eck rubbed off there. Sorry. It was like, wait a minute. So that was your own? Oh.
Okay.
Anyways, back to the game.
Round 5 is a blister beetle versus a carrion beetle. Does anyone want to place odds?
I don't have any money. It's riding on him.
So actually, how much money do I get with 3-1? Actually,
You know what's gonna be funny?
for
It was 60, so you would get.
Be on you.
My money's riding on you. You're like,
I don't make it up.
Oh no!
Well, I have 80 again, so
it's gonna be the dice rolls.
Okay, so no one, anyone, going once, going twice.
I can't. My money's riding.
Yep.
nah.
Okay. The carrion beetle wins.
I'm still betting on the ant.
Who did you eat?
All right, Nathan. You walk up, and coming from the other side, someone rolls in and kicks out a giant pile of dung as they land on all
Beetle.
fours. Or sixes. And
Lands on all sixes.
Oh wait, it's more of.
yeah, like you're up here, he's down here. But like he looks all kinds of feisty and ready to go, and people are cheering like this is the crowd favorite. And the odds actually aren't skewed in the way that you would expect, given
So
everything.
the odds are not in your favor?
And
Maybe.
he lets out a bit of a yell, which may resonate in a rage kind of capacity for those of you who pick up on that intonation.
I give off this deep guttural, just.
So is everything like
I cast
rattling because of
thaumaturgy to make
the?
that sound like the mewling of kittens.
I also rage.
I'm gonna bet 80 gold on him
Okay.
because I see a chance to make my money back.
All right, so 80 is on him, and this is 3-2 in the dung beetle's favor.
So you got better odds.
So you might get an actual payout this time. So contested roll.
Nice metal dice, by the way.
Nat 20.
Yeah, where'd you get it?
It's fine. It's fine.
Dice goblin.
Well, there goes the chair.
we need to get in touch with Dice Goblin.
So,
give us dice
That is
to roll, and then
that will. If you're just going for like the straight shove out of the ring, like you're just gonna keep rolling him backwards,
Pretty much.
then you're gonna get him about a third of the way out at that point. And so it's just, I think you guys are both just contesting for that distance
Okay.
at this
That
moment.
makes sense.
Okay. So rolled 2 fucking 6s. I'm so mad.
Did you even roll with advantage?
No, I didn't roll with advantage. I'm rolling with advantage.
Yeah, it's like
What? You're raging.
Yeah, I know. He's like, he got the natural 20 the
I
first
was going to
time.
roll twice, but I rolled a nat 20 first, so you roll
That's
again.
fair. All right.
these dice are fucking destroying
God.
this kid.
It's a 19 and an 18. So that's a 24.
What, with athletics?
It's 24.
No, wait, hang on. I thought, no, hang
He's
on.
only adding his strength.
Yeah, I'm only adding
He
strength.
does this all the time.
No, yeah, I haven't played Barbarian forever. No, this is
You played strength.
Just shut up and let him. I need to know.
27.
Barely, just barely. Like you feel resistance as you charge this guy, and he's got a hold of you and is pushing and
That
pushing.
tells me that
And
you behave on
then
the dice, you're gonna win.
there's just a little bit of and he tumbles backwards, but lands immediately, ready to go. Like you haven't met your match, but there's a begrudging
Big ass
respect.
beetle.
He's putting up a fight.
Yeah.
That did not go well. That was almost another nat 20.
Thank
I
God.
also have the ability to lift them off
Almost.
the ground.
But how do you do that
24.
not in the...
So with his 19, that becomes a 27. And you're going to charge at him, and he's going to grab and shove. Like he figured
Ooh,
out
the
how you
dung
come
beetle
in.
is still in it!
Yes, and he's going to kind of lift you up a bit and slam you back another third. of
He
the
knows
ring.
how to push shit around.
Okay,
So
we got
they're
one.
back like...
Where's the commentator?
He's still down.
Are we
Dung beetle's still
playing
down
to
by
like
one.
three,
Yeah.
three consecutive wins or something like that? Or?
You need to get 3 on top of them. So we're currently
You have
back
to be
1.
3 over.
Bold
So
move, Cotton.
he's-
Let's see
he's
how
still
that
up
plays out
one.
for him.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have to get to 3 over. Okay, so
Yeah.
they don't have to be consecutive. That's kind of neat.
26.
26.
Damn.
Don't remember.
It's a tie. Nothing happens.
Is that
No?
is that how it works? with
Whose
grappling?
turn is it?
Grappling, we are not grappling. There's a whole different... Like, if you...
You're using an opposed athletics check right now.
Okay, so we're just gonna call it flat, and you went for it,
What?
and you
Competition
like
style.
you went in at a different angle, and he like, oh god, but caught you just in time, and you're stuck in that
If we were
position.
grappling, I'd be dealing damage.
Man, these
And
guys,
I'd be just
these
picking
guys
up
have
and
a
walking
rolling
them out of the
really
ring.
good today. Wow, that's... I just complimented you. I just complimented you.
Don't do this to me.
24.
10.
I have the same thing.
Oh.
Oh,
So we're back in the middle.
bloody
Like
dude.
he does it again. He picks you. He scoops you up by your horn
No!
and sets you back down, and
No!
you guys are back in the center of the ring.
No!
My gimmick,
No!
I can do it on you.
I'm going to grapple.
You gotta leave broke.
All right.
Oh, wait!
So I don't check change tactics.
Hold on! Wait, I can do something!
Okay, and when you
when I
grapple,
hit you,
you
you
can do
speed up to
athletics, and when
0.
I'm defending, I can do either
This is gonna be ugly.
dex or
I don't
strength.
remember.
Yes. No, I'm talking. I am correct. You're doing athletics. I can do athletics or dex,
Yes.
or not athletic. Strength or dex.
Athletics or acrobatics? Is that what you're referring to?
Is that what it is for
Yeah.
grapple? I thought it was just the
To
flat.
resist a grapple, you can use athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. I thought it was just strength or dex.
Or you can just do
No,
strength.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, he's doing an actual grapple now, so I have to pay
you
attention.
can resist with athletics or acrobatics.
Which is
Oh, it doesn't matter.
strength
What's
of
the
that.
dex?
Okay.
24.
22.
This die is rolling really, really well. It's a new dice that I have.
Okay, so
I'm fired.
describe the grapple.
He's a pill bug, right?
No.
he's not a
No,
beetle.
he's
Dung
not
beetle,
beetle.
dung beetle versus rhino beetle. Like, you guys, like, back up and just
Yeah,
charge.
they're
again.
all.
I don't think you got
Get in
him
there.
up on your horn a little bit.
There has
you,
to be, like,
you
wiggle.
got him high
I'm gonna
center.
skewer him with my horns and just kind of lift him up. I'm gonna start trying to linger over, trying to get it. I've locked him in between the back and the horn. Just sitting there, just
Yeah,
Try to get free.
definitely. Okay.
Ram.
All right, and so now I'm going for the counter grapple, and you're
Attempting to
just
push.
pushing forward.
And moving
Yeah.
out.
Motherfucker.
The dice.
Well,
help
it's
me
not doing
here.
great. You're starting to get tired on me, aren't you? Okay, that's going to be a 14.
Oh, wow, that was not a number I expected you to say. Yeah. I got a 19. So, like, I rolled under 17, so I thought it would work.
So you broke free the grapple.
Right, so he is kind of gonna wiggle and flail and then just do this thing where he like locks his legs onto your horn and flips, so that way he's kind of got you balanced up on top of him, but he's down on the ground now. So you're kind of like partially holding yourself up and doing a wiggle. This was not the point where I expected this to...
So at this point, who's winning?
We're still even because he
Yeah.
did my grapple, so he's not on the grapple. I was trying to push him, so he didn't get pushed, which means we're still in the middle. We're still even.
Yeah. No, he's up one.
Is he?
Yeah, he's up one, so he's got 2 more that he needs to get. Because you were up 1, but then like as soon as you get a grapple, you're automatically up 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have to win and then win 2 more times.
Yeah.
Okay, back to the grapple. That's a natural 19.
I got a natural 4, so...
Hey, it's been back and forth. It's been back and forth. Bring the money. You know what? Can I start a cheering
Here's
fest and
a
try
real-
to get the
here's a
odds
realistic
against
question.
him?
No, this is a real question. How long does rage last?
1 minute.
No, rage lasts as long as you are being attacked
It's
You have to make an attack.
consecutive.
or you're attacking.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if there was like a limit of like rounds plus
So
constitution
the
modifier.
moment there's one round that you are not attacked or
It's not unlimited range.
Since we're just going back
Well,
and forth.
actually, is it?
I'm pretty sure it
it's
is.
unlimited
I'm
as long
pretty
as
sure
you're
it is.
being.
Yeah.
But the
you're
thing
taking
was, if it was
damage
like a
or being- or
constitution
attacking.
basis,
Sorry.
Right.
You're
then
taking
maybe
damage or
once
attacking.
one of them tires out first, which would also be kind of a cool metric.
It
where-
would be.
I'm
I
sorry.
think this is going to go another, like,
You-
3, and then we're going to do something else.
Either you're taking damage or you're attacking. Those are the two that keep maintain rage.
Yes, but there is a time duration.
I think you're about to get flipped over again.
No, that's an
1 minute.
18.
Okay. What'd you get?
It's 1 minute.
What's that total?
Oh.
No,
18.
18 is his total.
Okay, yeah, you got flipped again.
Okay. So we're back to even.
But that's 10 rounds.
Yeah,
Okay.
most combats don't last.
Motherfucker. How did I roll 2 1s?
Hey!
Maybe
So
it's
that's a natural 18.
Yeah, so you flipped me.
So I get flipped and kicked you over top.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Alright. We're going to roll straight. And,
I choose you.
okay, this next one is just going to be... gets knocked out of the ring. Because this is ridiculous.
You would have kept that if it was a good die roll.
I wasn't rolling it because I didn't get a chance to actually roll it.
Go for it.
Should have kept the other one. It's not great. 10
Total?
total.
Okay, I rolled an 11.
Whoa.
So even with the plus. So we're gonna go with you got tired. Because you were expecting to just steamroll this dude, and you did not. This goes on back and
one of
forth,
those-
back and forth, back and
There's
forth.
one of those.
You're
One of those,
broke again!
Can
one
I
of those-
roll a D4
one of your
for
feet
luck?
just touches the out of the ring.
Sure.
Because,
Is this your 1 luck a day thing?
no, this is Pact of the Talisman. Pact Boon.
Okay.
Yeah. D4 for a failed ability check for someone within 30 feet of me.
Sure. Go for it.
You add a d4 to his check?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to change it because he has opponents.
10 to 11.
No, he has
No, I
11
rolled
plus
11.
modifiers.
So unless you roll a 4, that's the only place we're going to have a chance here.
Why not? Try it.
10 to
Live by
11.
the dice of the dice.
4.
I rolled an 11. He rolled a 10. Or he got a total
He
of
got
10.
a 4.
Okay.
I rolled a 4.
14. What was your total modifier?
The total modifier is much higher, but I think this is funny. So,
Because I'm literally like chewing on my own arm because I'm about to lose all of my money.
That's why it's called gambling.
Yeah, I know. I hate it. And I love it, and I can't
I just
harvest
watched
it.
Knight's Tale. This is exactly.
so
I can hold on.
you
to it for
interject.
Yep.
Nathan, because he rolled a 4, I'm going to let you reroll.
You did?
He rolled a 4. It's not enough. I'm playing this differently. You get to reroll.
God bless you.
I want it to be lower so bad now that you said that.
Yes.
It wasn't lower.
Okay.
It added a 1.
Alright, so this creature modifier is a +7.
No. It added a 1 to the 8 that I rolled.
Okay.
So it's an 18 natural, evasion of 26.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're very funny. And god damn it. Alright.
Sorry, that broke my brain for a half second. I'm like,
He had a 10.
Alright. So, this goes on for ages. You guys are going back and forth, back and
Have to
forth.
make con saves. Start having to make con saves, and the first one that fails has to roll a disadvantage.
We're
Okay.
done. So you
It's just a
managed
lot of
to
back and forth.
Yeah. And
Constantly.
you managed to eke out a win. You are not able to roll an advantage in the next one because you are exhausted after that fight.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Busy.
And the dung beetle is so impressed and also exhausted.
He awards you his ball of shit.
It's a polished ball
It's his
of shit.
wife's favorite ball of shit.
It's polished, too.
you guys finish up and he gets the crowd to cheer for you, raising one of your arms, and offers to buy you a drink at the
Gitza.
food area later. So
It's literally a restaurant called Food Area.
sure.
I do have to ask how damaged the arena
It's in
is
Japanese,
right now.
so
Oh,
that's
very.
cool.
Yeah.
There was a nice circle, all edged out. Now it's just carnage from the, just like we were digging our way into it.
Yeah.
Pretty
Mounted
much
up.
exactly.
It's Food-ria.
Sure. That's what it
It's
is.
some pill bottle that's like there was diarrhea medication that says food diarrhea. It's a pill.
Where did the
pill bottle casing
come
from?
It came from his brain.
Diarrhea medication.
All right.
It's just a Hershey bar that they've been noshing on for the last 6 months.
And then the last two fights, I'm just going to tell you who the winners are. There is another spider who actually looks like they know their shit, and there's another beetle. And those are the last 2 rounds. So then we get into the next 2. Or the next set of rounds.
Semifinals.
Yes.
So I've
Semi-final.
crossed out the mantis
Hold on.
again and rewritten cricket, and this time they're too afraid to change it.
Did you instead of writing it in, you clawed it in?
Carved it into the...
Yes, but someone still wrote the question mark afterwards.
That's in the actual highlighter.
I'll take it.
It appears to have been done in the remnants of a lightning bug, which speaks some concerning things going on with this town, that someone's writing graffiti in lightning bug juice. You might not be the only serial killer around.
Definitely not.
I resent that.
There's only one serial killer.
Okay, so semifinals are Anto versus the Pillbug.
Anto! You're still Hex. Anto!
How long does that last?
That's a good question. Let me double check.
Yeah.
Die? Concentration
have-
or until you die.
I put my gold on him.
It is concentration up to an hour.
To an hour.
So it might still be active.
1 sec.
Why are you still from Hexed?
Well, I just rolled a 6, so that round took 60 minutes.
I don't doubt that I ran it.
Anto, do you want another back rub?
Okay. So, this little bitty guy just kind of squiggles on out. And you have dealt with him, so you know what pillbugs are like. And
Okay.
it's not him.
It's
but
not
you-
him. I'm like, you got into the tournament and cleared
So
the
you
first-
think.
It's not him.
He shoots you with a crossbow.
This one's got a mustache.
It's really just his finger like this.
Yeah, just one of the legs.
Please do stealth that way. Forward.
Just yes.
That's the best stealth ever. But he kind of squiggles out and he's, and then he comes all the way up and he has the same kind of clacking of armor, and you can tell that this is a real fighter who is here. And he bows a bit.
Potentially a possible challenge. Potentially.
Throw the rice.
Not
The ladybug dives under the bench.
Oh no, the ladybug grabs it. She's like, so you got your payout.
What was my payout?
It was
I put 80 in.
3 to
2 on 80, so you got,
It's up 40.
yeah, 120.
Yeah.
And then you have riding on him.
Yeah, what's the odds now?
They are 3 to 1, not in his favor.
You know what? I'm on a winning streak.
You're an idiot.
100 for Actov!
I'm
Okay.
betting 10. That's all I have.
Okay.
I'm a simple man with simple things, simple needs.
I'm a noble, bitch!
I live off rice grains, 1 grain at a time.
Dude, some
families live off of rice.
Yeah!
We had all those squash bugs. Why didn't you eat one? Sorry, I didn't leave any.
I'm the only non-cannibal here.
It's not cannibal. It wasn't another cricket.
Yep, that is the definition of that.
Yeah,
for
that
sure.
is.
I don't eat
We
bugs.
argued what's the like.
I'm predatory, not cannibalistic.
Yeah, but you eat sentient flesh.
So?
Predatory is still up.
I'm not predatory.
Ready?
Yep. 26.
19.
Boom! How many legs can I kick out at once? Boom! Skid.
And
Trick question, all of them!
He rolls him up into a ball.
like, he's kind of like, he's curled in a way where it makes it easier for you to
Just
shove
pick him up and walk 10 feet, put him back down, go, we try again.
I make
All
you feel
for
good.
it,
Try
right,
it.
so you can speak.
All.
Alright. 23?
21, but he's going to action surge.
So,
Okay, okay.
fine.
Let's do it!
Is this an opposed check?
No, it's a failure.
Oh, man, you're rolling.
Boom! Kick out his feet, skid him 10 more feet, put him back on his feet, and go.
And then he's kind of embarrassed now. Like, there's a little bit of a blush somehow, and his antenna are kind of a little bit down, and he's.
Ooh, he'll win this one.
And fights with honor.
18.
19.
There you go.
Stop playing with your food!
He
I just find
like
it-
kicks up and gets all 14 feet on one side, like down and underneath you to flip you and start shoving.
Yeah, just stay standing up, and the bug just pushes him. He's still standing. Just
20.
I crit.
Oh, very nice.
Yes. So it's gonna be like just a dig, and he extends.
I'm
so
going to
that, like,
action search.
what?
I want to describe this, and
All
then
right,
you
fine.
can counter it. Like,
right, fine.
absolutely. He starts to push, but he doesn't bring his whole body along. He just starts pushing with like the first.
He
one.
just grabs and just extends.
Is this like your
Starts
legs
just
don't
like
even
bracing
move?
with the back 10.
Can we say that your legs don't even move, so like the floor gives way before your legs?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's okay. So we're even now.
He's up
Charlie.
one, actually.
Mel.
I was up 2, and now he
He's
did
back
2
2.
back. So we're
Okay.
Yeah, you're in the middle.
Even.
we're in the middle. Okay,
And
so
that breaks down
let's
for
just start there.
2.
Let's start from there. 29.
24.
Yeah.
Just a repeat from last time.
60 minutes later.
25.
24.
Later. Okay, points.
Excellent. Mother.
29 again.
Not even a good shot. And you throw him, and he curls into a ball and dun, 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 and just
Like all 6 arms.
he just kind of like collapses, sprawled against the back of the arena.
There's just quietness in the room because people are just like,
It's tripping.
Now I've Now I cast thaumaturgy and I create the sound of 100 people chanting.
You are reinforcing what was already going. Like, he has at least one dedicated fan in the Ladybug, and
Old lady ladybug.
it's starting to spread from around her.
Her black spots are turning
And I have 5 little mini cups of ale to give my cousin 14th times removed.
That's adorable. He's gonna take one. Wait,
You sort
I
of
was like, wait, how did he get back in?
it's fine.
No, he's wearing a dip. He's got the
He's got the mustache.
Mustache.
totally different.
We made that canon. It's fine.
Wait, I betted on you. Yes.
Did.
How much did
I
I
did
get?
too.
All 3 of you got
3 to
paid
1,
out
that means
times
triple.
3, whatever you put it.
45, baby. 45.
All right.
Oh yes. I'll do.
Pluto, you are going up against the carpenter ant.
I'm gonna give you the spiciest of lovers. On the house.
What?
Not me.
I'm an ant. I
You're
don't
not
have sex.
from here. You're just saying stuff.
Yep,
You're not
I am.
even from here.
Yep.
All right.
Same thing. I'm going to make the attack of opportunity to drop his speed to 0 as he charges me. Natural 20.
Yeah. Easy.
Now I'm going to go after him on my turn.
Yeah.
Oh, I put 300 down on him.
27.
You put.
300.
Okay. It's.
Oh, what's the odds? They're probably on me, aren't they?
They are on you. It's
Yeah, well.
2 to 3 your favor.
Okay.
Everyone's scared of him. Like.
Because they're not sure where these extra squash bug carcasses I keep eating between rounds are coming
Yeah.
from.
Okay. So what'd you say?
27.
Yeah. I'll just. Yeah.
Oh, well.
Natural 20 and a natural 16 for
Yeah.
36.
You're gonna accidentally rip him
I
apart.
really am. Like, that's gonna be the
Oh, jeez.
I'm gonna have to invent a criminal justice system here in a second.
I think I might have pulled off one of this guy's leg, like a 25.
Make a constitution check?
Like I was pushing, like I stepped on one of his feet as I pushed him out of the ring, and like one of the legs stayed.
You might have legitimately killed this guy.
It happens.
Yeah.
Okay, he did lose the leg, but that's not the first time that's happened during this
Yeah.
event.
I'm like,
So you push him out, and he's, and you see that, and you, and because of your immediate remorsefulness, I'm going to allow you to make a persuasion check
Oh
at
no!
disadvantage.
To not eat the leg?
I rolled a natural 20 and a 15.
Oh my god!
So that makes it a 14.
What?
I have a -1 on persuasion.
Okay,
I'm at
disadvantage. Right?
disadvantage.
So you are not put in prison,
Okay.
and you are also allowed to remain in the tournament.
Does he take his leg back, or can I eat that?
He does take his leg back.
like,
He
as
goes to a healer immediately.
yeah, like I'm handing it back to him.
Yeah, it's like an immediate rabbit, like very concerned with you and
Yeah,
your
the
whole
remorseful.
vibe.
And I do have to say, the remorseful pain goes away when I start.
Nobody's cheering.
There's just a cricket sound. There's the one cricket who's chirping. And told me I'm second. Wah! Wah! Like that he's the only voice in the entire pub. Wah! Wah!
The ladybug's kind of like
In a
at
quiet
you.
auditorium.
Huh.
I still like the chirping cricket.
Chirping.
Crickets.
Okay, so
Somebody loves my
that
baby.
wasn't the semifinals. We're about to go into the semifinals.
That was the quarterfinals.
Yes.
Quarterfinals.
Okay.
Ooh. So that 300
this
goes to
last set.
You
I
gain
need somebody to
2.
roll me a d4.
3.
The dung beetle wins.
Hey! Good. I was thinking so. It was a good fight.
Wait, who?
Dung Beetle, the guy I was fighting.
Yep.
Did you lose?
No, I won.
Why is he?
He's
still
fighting the other for like. That's how competition.
I fight the
Actually,
losing brackets.
yeah, you're fighting the
He's in
losing.
the consolation bracket.
Yeah.
You can still lose and win all those in the bracket to get a chance at the semifinals.
You get third. The
Yeah.
highest you can score is third.
Yeah.
I did that a lot in tournaments in wrestling. I always was the last place seed, which meant I always went against the first place seed in my first match. And I've, like 3 or 4 times, lost that match. And then absolutely obliterated everybody else up to the 3rd and 4th match. And that was the only other match I had to try in.
Also, I screwed up and I wrote something down wrong. So I actually need a D2.
1.
Okay, so the spider wins his, and now it's Nathan versus the carrion beetle.
Okay.
500 gold pieces for you. Yes, I am
Might
stupid.
be misplaced.
He can't, he's not at advantage.
I don't know that.
That's true.
You know he's exhausted,
What are the
but you
odds?
don't know that he's physically
What are the
exhausted.
odds right now?
On him?
Yeah.
After
we beat the dung beetle.
Barely.
Oh, what you did?
Well, actually,
2 to 1
2 to 1?
who's he up to?
On him or against?
on him.
2 to 1, 4. Okay.
I'm gonna bet 5 gold on his opponent.
Okay.
Is that all your gold?
Oh, I've got
I'm still betting my 30 on the ant.
All right. So the carrion beetle, there's nothing particularly special about him. He looks like he eats people.
Fight him.
I'm offended that you suggest that is a visually recognizable personality trait.
He's also wiping dead people off his face.
So I'm definitely gonna fight that guy next.
Wait, look. If he wins,
Well, you're fighting him next.
But
My money's on
by
the
these
ants.
rules, it's well,
All right.
I know. Let's just make the acrobatics rolls and just.
Because you both have advantage and
Real quick,
It's
are we
ugly
grappling or are you
girlfriends.
just going for the
Yeah.
headbutt?
it's just gonna
I'm just going for the push.
Okay.
plus 12 against you.
Okay, I'm at +10 with advantage.
21.
Well, I also have advantage. on grappling.
16.
So I was thinking with both at advantage, let's just throw a dice. But
Okay.
do you want to keep
Next
roll?
one.
I mean, both roll advantage.
All right,
Hey!
let's do that.
Yeah.
Let's just roll the dice.
What did you get?
I've got stuff where I can drop you and I can do
24.
Like, if I hit you once, I get to do 4
15.
things. You know, like,
you guys are trying to kill these people.
I also fatigue you.
that's cool.
But, well, that gives you disadvantage.
23.
22.
Hey!
So at the very last, he
And
like
any round in
goes
which
for the
I damage
hold,
you,
and he
your
gets
speed
there,
becomes 0.
gets there, and not so much, and you just kind
That's
of
the
roll
real-
him over
for
acid
this,
over
that's
tea
the
kettle.
real-
And you can tell when he stands up that
And
there's
that's the
kind of a
thing,
vibe of
grapple
I'm gonna
fight,
eat your
like, if you
babies,
and I were like, "Ah,
but he just walks
see
out.
which one of us would win."
So that 500
Dropping more
gold
speed to 0.
pieces turn into...
Doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter, but it was
Let's do the 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was
For
half.
you. Yeah, 2 for you, 1 for him.
So you add 50% of whatever you bet on.
Got it. So that's another...
Another 150.
150.
Just pose athletic.
So that's 670. Oh, I've never had a good waving streak before.
He was bigger, but the dung beetle was smaller and much more adept.
Praise be to Todd.
I'm used to bigger opponents.
Curse the destroyer, the chaos egg.
All right.
God bless you.
God bless you.
We got another convert.
Just how have you not used that yet? All right. So we are now in the semifinals, and it
In the
is
name of Todd. Oh, hang on.
In the name of
And
Todd.
the unholy Niquus.
I was gonna say
What do you do?
Todd, who
Under.
is the spirit and the Holy Ghost.
Ooh, all right. No, the unholy Vedic.
Yeah, Holy Ghost.
The
That is
bunny, the
not
rabbit, and the
right.
Holy Ghost.
Oh, there we go. The bunny, the rabbit, the Holy Ghost.
I'm about it.
In the name of Todd, the Rabbit, and Holy Ghost.
There you go.
I think we've landed on it. You're
There we go.
officially Catholic.
Okay.
Wow.
More blasphemous? But
Rabbit. Oh, no. Anyway.
either way.
Rablick.
So
Todd,
semifinals.
Todd.
Kevin, Brian, Udo, Anto.
Oh.
You step out into this vaguely.
Ah, fuck the race.
Catch the
Anto.
race. Ah,
Udo, Anto, and Shugo.
Yes.
All right.
Hold on. Who am I
it's
gonna
the,
bet
it's the
on?
dice.
It's straight rolls.
What's the betting right now?
1-1.
even odds.
Even odds? That's no good for betting.
No, there has to be an advantage. They're going to be giving me the advantage
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
size.
Yeah.
It's 2 to 1.
Okay.
I'm
2 to
still on the
1.
ant.
I'm gonna give 200 gold pieces for
Okay.
like betting toward. Actually, no.
It's my modifier's 2 higher than yours, so
No. That's not.
Yeah,
mine.
I'm gonna do
What's your roll?
200 gold pieces.
19 plus 12, 31.
Okay, my highest roll is 7.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay, so one for Kevin.
16's my highest roll.
23 total.
Yeah, I'm.
Back in the middle.
so back to middle.
Keep the jack over here.
No, that's 2 for me.
Yeah, that's 2 for him.
Wait, what?
If 16 is his highest roll, it's
Yeah,
fine.
that
Okay.
meant my result.
Oh, okay,
was
I
28.
thought 16 total.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, you might have this one. 21.
19 is my total roll.
21.
Or sorry, 19 is my low roll. So 29.
Yeah, I only have
Okay.
21.
Okay.
23.
22. Okay, back to it. Game point. Oh no.
Now my
Oh
dice are
no.
real shit.
26.
You got it.
Back to it.
We're even now, right?
Yes.
Oh, good, because I just rolled for shit.
I obliterated you.
29. 19. 29.
16.
Back to it.
Back to you.
Back to the center.
Wait. Stop. Con save to see if we get to keep rolling an advantage.
Love this.
Let the players
Love
take over.
this
Just,
so much.
no advantage, just roll the con save.
Yeah, sure.
What's the DC? Con save, see if we can keep rolling an advantage.
You're 6 rounds in?
Yeah,
Yep.
Okay, 18.
23.
failed. I'm rolling only 1 dice.
Oh, this
It's suddenly got much more interesting.
Nope, didn't work that way.
I know.
19.
15 total.
19 plus.
Okay, back in the middle.
24 total.
You still win that one.
Game set match.
I think
One more.
This is the I
is
win
the
if I win.
Okay. 27.
25.
Let's go on. Let's go on. Come on.
Fuck it! No, that's good. Okay, that's fine. 25.
25 ties it.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
Oh no, 18.
27.
Okay, you
Back to mid.
con rolls to see if you go to
We're in the middle
disadvantage or you
again.
go to even.
I rolled a 1 on my con roll.
So you roll straight.
13 plus 12 or plus 7, so 20.
20.
You're
Okay,
good.
so we're
So
rolling.
now
You're
we're
rolling
Damn it!
We're in the middle again.
Oh god. 19.
14.
Okay.
All right, one.
I haven't been on the positive side of this match yet. 17 again.
21.
Hey,
Yeah,
match.
there it goes.
Oh,
27.
27.
we're stuck. We're stuck.
Right on the foot's right on the ring.
12. Or 22. 22.
15.
The foot's right on the ring edge, right on the edge. The foot's right on the edge.
24.
You win. All right, so we're back. We're back to you win. You
Another
win.
con set up.
I need one more. I won that one.
Okay, you won that one? Okay.
I need one
you
more.
One more. It's still game set match.
All right.
One more.
Natural 20.
You win.
I pick Anton. Oh no! Pat him on the head. Bow.
Yeah.
Shit! I just lost money.
Rag. We need a rag.
Can you pause?
Yeah, pause. We need a rag.
Wow.
No, we need
All right.
way more than a rag. I am.
Covered.
He's really
Oh,
wet and is probably
shit.
going to need to borrow a shirt.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
you smell nice.
I am way more than wet. I just dumped an entire cocktail into my crotch.
That's not the way you're supposed to drink them. You're supposed to drink them out of her crotch.
Is any on the floor?
No, well, I mean, there's drops.
No. His crotch caught most of it.
Oh my god! I'm keeping this shit rolling. This is gold.
No, it's great. It's fantastic. Oh my god. Okay, so here.
I don't have.
Oh,
I have
yeah.
a sweatshirt.
No.
Shower
I'm
scene.
gonna swaddle. I'm gonna gird my loins and swaddle.
Yeah, we're gonna
things,
finish this up and we can let him
And I'll
change.
deal
during
it
the
deal
break.
it afterwards.
Yeah.
All right, bring it on.
Wait a minute. That means I get to go and fight the big guy.
Good news is you smell fruity.
I do.
Yeah.
You can always fight me
That's kind of what I'm going to be having to do.
if you win your next round.
Wow, this is so good.
It is really good.
Does it taste as good on your loins?
Why, yes. My penis currently is orange flavored.
I suspect that's going to be up to me to figure out.
And I've seen that porn.
It's a nice perfume. It's kind of evaporating into the atmosphere around us. It's nice.
It's cold, is what it is. It's like there's even ice in it. All right, please continue with the game.
Yeah. You're fighting a spider.
Oh.
Is he still unable to do advantage?
Yes. That's going to be until a rest.
Am I still going to be unable to do advantage?
Yes.
Because of our
Yep.
lengthy battle. Okay.
Competition's made, they suck.
Dirty 20.
25.
You get one.
Nat 1.
16.
Ooh, I even want to shorten it. Nat 20s or two
Ooh,
steps.
does he get a
Natural
negative?
ones
Does
are-
he get like a disadvantage on the next roll or something?
Wait,
'Cause
I'm not going to do
that
that in the middle of a fight, but
can do it
when we
in
get to
final.
your chooses.
Do it in the final.
19. What the heck happened to my voice?
Really?
19.
Can I use the one that I got on the floor? That was
No.
better. So that becomes a 13.
Yay! I'm up 1. Up 2.
You're up 2.
No, up 1. Because I lost 1.
Okay, sure.
11.
16.
You're even.
Back to middle.
This is probably like the best competition they've had in a while.
Yeah.
Dirty 20.
24.
Because just one-sided wins
Back
and
to
everything
middle.
for like,
Now,
viewership.
have we skipped my turn at all or no?
We're
You're currently stealthing and hanging out with the pill bug.
Yeah.
Unless,
We'll come back to anything else. I just want to get us to the finals.
as soon
19.
as you mentioned there were games that were like sumo, and that became the entire session.
pretty much, yeah.
14.
18. Back to middle.
Jesus Christ. I think this becomes the con save.
I wish we'd do a
Contact?
ring on here.
I-
with, like,
after-
the characters.
what'd you get?
We'd be showing.
19.
18. So, and
one.
now we do the con save.
Con save. Ouch! 12.
Also, ouch, we're both at disadvantage.
Yay! Not rolling my nice
You
obsidian
know
dice
that
with
one.
Not my nice obsidian dice with metal die. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's a bad dice.
12.
That's
16. Yay! One more. Game match point.
I think they're going slower.
15.
12.
Okay.
We're never gonna get past this game.
8.
14.
Yeah, I think you're fine.
One more. Come on.
You want it?
12.
11.
Again.
Tell my goddamn 20 that it can piss right off. Alright, so
Should have
you
carbo
two are in
load.
the finals.
Should have carbo load before starting the match. That's all I'm saying.
Alright, so anybody want bets? What are you doing? What's going on?
I'm betting on the cricket.
Who's
all
going
my
against
weapons are away. I'm now carousing.
I have no
You
money.
are only
I lost all my
allowed to
money.
be carousing if you are stealthing with the mustache. I want to be clear. That's how you got back in. Okay.
Who's against who?
There's nothing wrong here, senor.
Those two? I'm going to put 473 gold pieces to the cricket.
I get some
Is
money
it
out of
just
that, don't I?
solidarity?
I'm gonna throw the match just to piss him off.
Oh, yeah, I make it like, I'm betting money for that guy! Do as you will.
Okay. Odds are going to be. Hold on. I like
So
how I
tired
figured
at
this
this
out
point.
last time.
Oh, yeah.
Both of my matches were
Yeah.
back and forths.
All right, it's going to be 3-4 in favor of the
All
cricket.
right, let's throw some characters out in the middle of the board here. This is what the semifinals or the finals.
This is the finals.
Yes,
Finals.
the ring.
All right.
Oh God. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
The ring can actually be the entire,
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
The whole board.
literally. Yeah.
Hold on. We can do better.
No.
No.
Stop it.
A lot of
It's not big enough.
Does anybody
No,
have their
it's-
little
it's-
T-Rex
it's this whole
claws so
ring.
that way you can just shuffleboard them across?
Pretty good.
Then just reach
If
it.
only.
All right.
Nick, I like your idea.
Thank you.
Here's how you do it. You put them on that, right? And you just
It's not bad. That's
you just do that.
Yeah, there you
And
go.
then yeah. Okay.
Where we're trying to get to.
Try to push your ass off the other end.
Oh, so we're playing fighter games.
All right, and
2D fighter
you are
games.
at disadvantage, and you are rolling straight.
Roll in the middle. Yeah.
Okay.
And then it'll be like,
What's the middle? What's
There.
the doing?
He's putting down the midpoint.
He's putting
Oh.
out markers.
how do you think you can track over here? So this is the middle. One,
He was doing
two,
that
win.
while I was
To be fair,
counting
I'm
the
going to
six.
rotate this around this way so our audience can see.
Yep. Yeah. So,
So the dice are
where we're
the.
supposed to be.
There
One,
needs to be another
two.
set in there.
So there's not gonna be anyone here, and then 3 are out of the ring. There you go. There we go.
Okay.
So there's our points.
Love
All right.
that color.
And we're going to do on natural 20s, you move 2 points. And it's going to decrease because you're both really tired. So every 4 rounds is going to be the con save instead
Oh, okay,
of every
good.
6.
I didn't rage last round, so I'm gonna rage this round.
You can't.
I'll be straight up.
You can't rage while fatigued.
Okay.
Yes, you can.
Yeah, yeah, you can.
Okay.
Round 1! Fight!
Fight.
Ding ding!
So I can actually roll straight up now.
Come on, get in the motion.
Come on.
Yeah. A toolkit. A toolkit.
19.
21.
Fuck.
Alright, round 2.
What?
That's 3.
31.
Nope. Not even close.
Oh man, this is the finals.
Round 3.
19.
All right, you got to stop drooling.
Are you serious?
And
To be fair, we're already on overtime and then overtime and then
All right.
overtime.
I want a quick description of how you take this man who weighs probably as much as you, but like a fucking rock, and you get him out of the ring.
I full rock. I just rock.
So like praying mantis, right? So like we strike together, and I literally just pressure point his shoulder, and his legs stop pushing, and I push him back, and he like goes like okay. So like every round, I'm killing his momentum to 0. Like, and I'm just like pressure point. He's like yeah, and he's like my legs are freaking, and I'm just pushing him back.
Now, when you say pressure points, is there any blood coming out when you do the pressure point? Because
He's armored.
I'm heavily armored.
he's armored. It's like,
He's just getting the twinge in the neck.
okay.
It's the Mantis equivalent to the Vulcan neck pinch.
Fair. Yeah, true.
Is that how that works?
What?
I'm just thinking, like in nature shows, like
And then-
mantises aren't.
Quietly
They're
here.
predation
Are you
ambush
in the-
hunters.
I understand that but they don't exist in the same ecosystem as Rhino Beetles.
No.
And I can't help but picture this mantis going, ha ow. Fuck.
True. Yeah.
After he falls out of the ring, you hear this. Are you not entertained?
You are heartily declared the winner. Cheers abound. Everybody has a new fan favorite. They all hope that you come back every new festival.
No, that's a bad idea. He gets hungry. I'm on.
I gotta be honest with the drink spill. It looks like you have the sweat from the competition.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, it's alcohol. It'll evaporate.
But hold up.
If I'm being honest.
You are actually pulled aside after everything and are given a small bounty from the man who runs the regular gambling because you put up such a show collectively and you are very obviously all together that he wanted to thank you for bringing in an excess. The money from this actually goes into village restoration and you guys have brought in a significant amount of money that is...
I take a fistful of sand from the center of the arena into a pouch, tie that to my belt.
Oh.
Right.
There's a gardener in the distance going, shit. You do that every time. Now I gotta get more sand.
He has big ass fists too. That's like 9 grains. You see that shit?
Gardeners, no one appreciates me. It's
All right, so that's it for our sumo escapades. I kind of
How much did you just win?
I went from 50 gold pieces to 670 gold pieces.
wow.
I'll take my cut.
What? What? No! I'm like in the corner, like smoozing over.
Seriously, none of you are gonna pick him up and shake it out of him?
I have no powers.
So I'm gonna take a hand, however much coinage I get, I'm gonna walk it back over and give it to the village orphan guy.
Not the offense!
I am under you going, I got this.
At this point,
Exactly.
The hands are like reaching.
yeah. Roll a d100 to see how much I lose.
I take exactly 10.
And this is like, oh god.
And you were bequeathed 25.
53 gold.
So I lose half of my freaking money.
Shake.
Shake it. So I go from 670 to 300 and.
You still made a massive profit.
Yeah, you still made out like a bandit.
I did, but it's still. I've been robbed!
I now have
Then I push on my shoulder.
60 gold.
Ice cream.
No.
So there
I
is
now have 75.
340 gold pieces between you guys to do what
I take
you
exactly
I
10.
don't care. I do it for the magic of the moment.
As you hold a pile of gold.
I do it for the magic of the moment.
And the gold is the magic of the
No,
moment.
the gold, the magic of it. See, he's handing them to different hands, and different hands go into different pockets at different times and reach up and get another piece of gold. But there's like
little,
this one
little plates
pile.
opening up like this. Is
Are you mechanical?
Does D&D Beyond track money?
Yes.
It does.
They do if you put it in there. It's under
your gear.
gear, yeah. They have Electrum too.
Currency.
Who cares about
Electrum.
Electrum? No one cares about Electrum. We don't use
See,
Electrum.
when you get to equipment, there's
I
a
do, because
currency.
this motherfucker
button.
gave me 1.2k historical electum that I have to find a place to sell.
Wait, there it is.
Technically, if you find a historian,
So
it's
how
worth
you
more
doing
than
with all that aluminum?
You mean
Aluminium.
aluminium.
Anyway,
Aluminum is actually correct.
And so is
The
aluminium.
British want to be different. That's why they call it that. We call it
they
aluminum
literally
first.
spell it differently.
Okay.
They can pronounce it how they want.
Yeah,
Anyway, so you three have each used a token, and no one else has.
No, I'm trying to give the guy
I
organizing it
didn't use
another
a token.
token. Like, can we do it?
No, I
again?
haven't.
Can we do it again?
No, you cannot do it.
Guys, we went
No, you
overtime
cannot
3
do it
times over. It was only supposed to be an hour match. It's been
Yeah,
3
6
hours.
hours.
Go home!
It was a 2-hour event. It's now 6 hours long. We're done.
Only the competitors abuse tokens.
I am going to go to the gambling tables with hopefully a sweetheart. Probably lost our sweetheart after being mugged by
Like
As you
a
hear,
rolling of
as you
thunder.
hear, as you hear rolling of thunder of 140 knuckles.
Jesus Christ, don't ever do that again. Even imaginary is terrible. Oh,
I love it.
yeah.
Hate it.
They're all out.
Stop.
That's what.
I will Elders Blast you.
You will get kicked out of the festival.
He already
Worth it.
No, he got kicked out of the arena. He's still allowed to.
Oh,
Oh, it's all right. One hand is no.
but let's be true. I was working on a sweetheart, and then I lost it when I got mugged by you guys.
125
I want to
guys.
so see character art in this.
Almost a billbug with somehow a finger or a roly
with the mustache painted on with black ink right here.
So Udo is going to find a comely young cricket female and offer her a token and a wink.
Roll persuasion at disadvantage.
I want a disadvantage.
You're going to
But
eat.
you did just
You're
win.
going to eat
And
her.
that's why
You
she's
smell-
entertaining the thought.
I got a 9.
You smell like
Alright, so
You literally have dead heads on the side of your belt.
Actually, I'm
Alright?
probably out by now.
So Anto sees him get slapped. He goes, "Oh, and like waters towards the sake bar, just shoves him in. So you and I are going to spend it just taking the little boxes and drinking them.
Absolutely.
Drinking competition?
As I'm holding 14 sakis.
Sake.
Uh-huh.
No. I need, how many did you say? 14?
14.
All right, that's gonna be...
Now, are we talking the scale 14 or are we talking the same size 14? Because
Oh, come on, we're in drinking competition. Same volume. Let's go.
because my biceps are inverted. So, carry on.
What? You
Roll
say
for
his
your drink.
weak. So we each roll a con save. 19.
19.
What's the DC?
Don't know.
You don't know
For
yet.
sake?
We're drinking against each other. It's last man standing. You're gonna die.
20.
All right.
Not a
Y'all
natural,
are all
not a natural
good for the
20,
first
mod
one.
20. Dirty 20.
What?
So,
Hey, any concerns regarding his character build, talk to Nick.
I know how to make broken
This-
characters, I
this-
just don't like playing them.
I was like in a rogue with a con save? What is this? Alright,
Oh, he's a freaking broken build.
so we're all
I didn't
go.
Yeah, you're still able to drink.
Okay.
I feel
Next
relatively balanced.
14.
I haven't done that great though
Ish.
tonight.
Yours is a little bit.
Okay.
Can be.
David,
It's a
what did you
situation.
roll for your next
dirty,
con save?
No,
my
second one.
second one.
Yes, because you've been talking to Nick and not paying attention.
So the first one was a
Wasn't that
dirty 20.
Which
Second
you
one
succeeded.
is a 10.
Okay, so you two, dear boys, think you can hold your liquor, but you're a
There's-
little misinformed.
Seven little fist bumps coming your way. 7 little fist bumps coming your way.
So
Have
you
you
guys
seen
were
Shanghai Nights?
Yeah.
Pasenji! Samadaigo!
you guys were all
Una mas.
you guys were all fist bumping and drinking, and you two made the mistake of having about 5 sakes apiece and then standing up, which
Yes!
we all know is a problem.
Reasonable.
You
And
don't
I'm-
really fit in the chairs, so you were standing the whole time,
And I'm rolling
you're
away.
still going. Y'all can you're out, but you can keep drinking if you want.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like scooping
Hang
one
on,
under
that is
each
my
arm.
second ticket there. There you go.
All right, so that's you two are down 2 tickets. He's down 1 ticket. He's down 1 ticket, and you are down.
I am working over a
Is
couple of
this a
sweethearts
ticket?
right now, and I'm going to the
Is this a
gambling
ticket?
table
The
to
drinking
keep the
was a
winning
ticket.
streak running.
Am I down one also, or was he buying mine?
I
Or did I get sake for being the champion? I don't know. I've been down a token. I was down a token for the sumo.
you're down a token,
Okay,
so you're down 2.
down 2. Got it.
Nobody's losers.
Okay.
'cause we all
Nathan, is there anything that you want to do?
I'm watching this.
Okay.
Go find a
If
black
you
widow
want,
and
you
take my
can pass
chances.
tokens to other people, or you can decide that there's an event that you want to participate in, or...
Eating challenge.
Okay, we've got a food challenge coming up. Anybody want to participate in eating mass quantities of food that is not made of other bugs?
Daggers come out and go.
That's it. Hand him my token.
I'm looking for like a samurai skill challenge, like cutting the
No.
rattan or something like that.
Okay, we can make that happen.
I'm going to look for a music challenge myself.
I
can
want
make
to look.
that
I want to look for ranged challenge.
Okay, so
Like
was anybody else participating in the food contest?
No.
No.
Wow. Does someone have a good con?
I
mean, I do, but it didn't work
might
last
do
time,
a
it did
shopping
I mean,
contest.
they're also down tokens that
I
you
could
aren't.
do a shopping contest.
So you're not participating in the food contest, correct?
I
Okay,
can't cook shit. I can just cut shit.
that's fine. All right, so
Cook is really pissed off at you now.
Sushi.
3 rounds go by with you heartily beating everybody, and you get to the final round, which is going to be an eat as much as you can kind of situation with people just passing out when they consume too much. It's you versus 3 others. They're all about your size. One of them is, in fact, the carrion beetle.
Ah,
That one's gonna give you a run for your money.
the one that I beat really
Yeah,
easily.
the one who looked like he wanted to eat your children. That guy.
Well, he can eat someone else's children, just not mine.
Right.
Oh,
So,
I didn't get to eat him.
No, because I beat him.
it's going to be
The night's young.
rolling a D100 to see how much you eat, and then a con save. There's going to be 3 rolls total, and it's going to be additive.
How many D100 rolls?
It's going to be D100 for each one of these. So roll your D100.
42.
Okay. I need that one. There we go. Hold on, I gotta get to notes.
Oh, here. Since I'm here, I'll add Quinn's money to his character sheet because I've never bothered to do that.
And you rolled
42.
42. Okay. You're looking very middle of the pack with the amount that you're trying to like pull in for yourself, but now to see how well you're able to stomach it.
Modified 20.
Yeah, you successfully dump all that down your gullet. One of the people already falls out. Like this big beetle dude, he was taking like half again as much as you, and he gets it in his mouth and then stops and kind of and then just like shoves it back out of his mouth and walks away.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
Have we? I can't say that I have.
There's no room.
The next guy,
I've been kicked out of the hometown buffet.
the next guy, he had just as much, and he's able to stuff it down. So he's actually eaten more than you at this point. And that was the carrion beetle. And the other guy took less than you, took like half as much, and still was like the first 3 rounds filled him up. He's a little bit done. It's just you versus the carrion beetle now.
Carrion beetle.
He's gonna love my next roll.
Carrion beetle eating contest.
So
Oh my
100,
God.
D100 for how much? Okay.
He's gonna love my next roll.
How much?
97.
Jesus fucking. All right. We're gonna see how well you stomach that. He got an 80 for his.
I was
roll
thinking
at
it's
this
slow.
point. Right. This would put you guys at about even.
Okay.
Like it's like you picked up enough volume to match his, but we have to see if you guys are able to successfully stomach it. And obviously the DC is climbing as this. Okay. So what'd you get?
22.
Yeah, you're good. The carrion beetle is like watching you, and he starts shoving it, and he kind of like, but he manages to keep going. He just met the DC.
Oof.
So last one. Motherfucker, could you roll like a person?
Not good. Not good.
All right, your D100.
Slowing down. 37.
That's still more than double what you got. You got a 15. Rolling a 1 at any point during this is going to be a problem.
Agreed. Oh,
All right, what'd you get?
26.
So you just keep shoveling it all in, and he sees you go for the bite, and he kind of like has an impulse to like nip at you, and then like you kind of go for another pull of food and elbow him right in the face and just knock him the fuck out because he rolled a 3 on the dice, which made that last round go real bad.
Yeah.
So you are incredibly full. And you have successfully won the eating competition.
Got another rice grain.
You're just gonna keep piling it in. Your options for prizes are gold, food, or additional tokens.
I will take gold. That's fine.
Okay.
More food. You want to have some more food.
You know.
It's 25 gold.
Yay!
Okay.
I made money now.
You made money betting.
No, I lost it all on him.
Yeah, you stole some of his.
I took exactly 10.
He just made his money back because he's ethical. Okay, so food competition done. We had samurai scale, music, and chopping.
And also dancing as well.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I could only
That
chop.
down,
I wasn't gonna eat.
Okay. Let's do music.
Okay.
Anybody want to participate in the music competition? Crickets.
Yes!
If you insist. I do have like 3 I have like 3
Is
interest
there a
in this on
samurai
me.
skills competition, like the rattan cutting or something? Because I actually wanted to do that one. 'Cause
Yeah, there is, but I'll let you have free entry into another physical contest because you did win the thing.
Okay.
So, if you want to do this,
I want to do the musical competition.
Yeah.
But you're a mantis.
I'll laugh my ass
He's a
off.
cricket.
Just because he's delusional doesn't mean he's not a cricket.
Oh, I'm not very observant. That's right, I got it.
You know, you don't always have to play yourself.
Wow.
You know you're saying this to the table.
Wow.
She went there.
She did. Wow. That
All
was,
right.
wow.
Ref takes a point away.
You guys are mean all the time. Why is it suddenly wow when I'm mean?
Wow.
Anyway, all right. So we have our 2 crickets who are competing. Is anyone else?
I got 3 instruments with my name on it, and I'm gonna kick some ass.
So, I'm going to use the thaumaturgy cantrip,
Sure.
which allows my voice to boom up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute.
Oh no!
So what I lack in skill, I'm going for making up for in volume.
It doesn't matter if it's off key, if it's super freaking loud.
Okay,
I do-
you're gonna play that?
Feel that that's accurate to pop music in present age.
Yeah.
But also,
Death metal.
I will also allow thaumaturgy to apply to your cricket legs as
Okay.
long as you display your cricket legs as you are performing.
Oh, boy. Okay. Apparently the foot
I got a
fetish
full-
people are now watching.
Yeah, for those of you watching on OnlyFans.
So I got a whole idea,
For
but
an
I
extra
will
$50,
tell
I'll
you
take
when
the
you're ready.
socks off.
Okay.
Please subscribe to our Patreon.
Keep Kevin's socks on.
Yes, it's
So, the way this is going to work is you each are going
The
to
new
perform
Patreon tier,
however
please
you see
click
fit. You can just describe it, you can actually sing, you can do whatever. That's going to adjust the DC for whether or not it is considered a performance. If it is, then we're all just either going to vote here or we're going to roll for how everyone votes collectively. We'll decide that as a table. So
Okay.
go ahead and either describe or perform or do whatever it is you wish to do.
Okay, so do you want me to start first?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to start with a traditional kukayu, I believe is how you say it. It's a long 2-stringed instrument that you play with a bow. That I'm going to start playing and giving a little bit a cursorily fantastical look through imagery, through minor image that I have on me. At the same time, putting a almost holier than thou, I don't want to say Christianity, but holy man feel to it that I'm going to be fandangling through the Spare the Dying ritual that I also have prepared.
Okay.
This is our cantrips. As I begin to play and bring up
I am
epic
going to limit
stories.
you to 3 spells for a performance.
That's it.
Okay, just me.
Until at the very end where I disappear with a misty step, but almost like a so elongated misty step, so that it warps the sound into almost an ethereal
Gives it kind of that
background.
haunted note.
Yes.
Sporg note.
All right. Given the resources that went into it, the solid description, all of that, your DC is 14.
Okay, and what am I?
Performance.
Performance. I'm a cricket, so I get roll with advantage.
Cricket power.
Cricket power.
It's so odd that you're not able to roll with advantage.
I know, weird. So that's a natural 15 with a plus 8. So that's a 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a
It's well
30
over a 14.
Yeah.
You've successfully cleared the bar. The next performer is also a cricket who is not a member of this troop. They are playing a fiddle and doing a little stomp along, and it's just kind of a jaunty, upbeat number. I'm not giving more of a description, so it's going to be a higher DC, and they barely succeed. Kevin, go ahead.
That's great. It starts with an earthquake, birds and snakes and rice grains. Pillbugs are not afraid.
Please roll a natural 20 and just curb stomp my performance.
And I'm using thaumaturgy to be loud.
Yep.
And since we're going to throw some extra spells in there, can my familiar assist? Use the
How?
aid action. He's a flea.
How is he going to help?
I am a paper crane.
Thank you.
No! No!
I'm going to be doing this while levitating on Tensor's floating disc.
Okay.
For the extra performance.
Your pet's not going to assist in any way? Come on, we're talking about monkey box.
I'm trying to. Please don't make a noise. Oh, he's instead of jumping, he's on a drum. So like when he flicks the drum,
Yeah! You have
there's just a drum there that no one can see. Just go thump, 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 thump.
Yes.
Perfect! Animals are cute!
Yeah.
And you absolutely get the help action at that point.
Yay! Which gives me advantage with my -1. What is my?
Come on, I'm rooting for you. Natural 20.
It's
Natural
gonna
20.
It's going to be the same 14. 13.
Are you just doing that with your scissor hand? You have done that way too many times on this.
Yeah, 17.
It counts as a performance!
Wow, it counts as a performance. It's not a good performance, it just counts
The
as
general
one.
population does not boo you off the stage, and some people actively enjoy what's going on.
Most of them
You
children.
are not necessarily used to people reacting that way.
Asteroid City.
So you
Like Asteroid City.
So you actually overstay your welcome on the stage a little long. You're not used to being allowed to continue.
Oh, my follow-up is, you would not believe your eyes. It's 10 million fireflies. Lit up the world.
You're in the backstage.
Yeah, like you just lost a third of the crowd. Right.
No, I transitioned into we didn't start the fire, and they were like, ah, what? Fire! Fire!
All the paper curtain flies are like, ah! Okay. So how do you guys want to do this? Do you want to vote? Do you, like, you're already rooting for Kevin. Do you just want him to win? Or do you want me to roll to see?
I mean,
How
I'll
this
root
one's
for him regardless, but it's up to you on how you.
I'm saying we're deciding this as a table. Do y'all want to vote?
I'm gonna give it to
Okay.
him. You know, this is
I
exceptional.
wish I'd seen more of America's Top Anything, and I could have like on bang, like
Oh, the golden buzzer.
All right, so eking out a win due to your exuberance rather than your talent. This seems to be a village that rewards that.
I told you what I lack in talent, I make up for in volume.
Yeah. So you are going to win 10 gold, and 15 gold's going to go to you for being a great sport.
Aw.
It's almost like the reward was actually 25. So there's that. Then we have samurai skills.
I will not attend that.
David, this is going to be your chopping.
I will
It's going
find
to be
a.
right.
any performative samurai type skills. So
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the daggers will work as a samurai skill.
it can be any form of theatrical
target
art.
striking.
Yeah, that
I
counts.
walk over with my katana. She's like, all right,
I'm gonna
stack
do
the
hand, and then
corpses."
I want range.
Stacks of corpses.
Wait, you don't do that?
You see the
No.
point system, you misread it to like a number of bodies.
We are not stacking corpses. No, sir.
No, send a target out. 50 paces.
Are you also participating? Is that what?
Hell
Okay.
yeah, I've got one more token.
Okay, cool. So, yeah, we'll start with you then. Target 50 paces. Done.
Alright, pull out the bow. I will try. Just one.
Sorry.
Alright,
hit.
am I just rolling a hit, or?
You're going to roll to hit.
I had too much of the sake.
Accurate. But that was
No,
not
no, accurate was what we were shooting.
Accurate is not a good descriptor here. Hang on. 10!
You do not need.
Scott!
One old ladybug still cheering for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
She can't see that far. She doesn't know what happened.
I think she just likes yelling with you. Like, she knows what's going on.
Anto doesn't realize he's getting lucky tonight.
He's getting a gummer.
Last token.
None of you have teeth. All right. So,
Whole new meaning to lip
Anto
service.
does not advance. Ren, what would you like to perform in? What needs to be set up for you? David,
Yes.
your name is Ren.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry.
What do you need? Other than to stop annoying me.
Well, it first starts with a trebuchet.
No, it starts with an earthquake. We covered that.
I was
Birds and snakes and rice grains.
I was thinking of
Paper
very
cranes.
small vegetables.
Okay, you are provided as small as we get vegetables.
P.
Singular P.
You mean a
I
ball?
want to do a dagger toss. Where vegetable peas are thrown in the air, and I can go stick them in the.
So help me God if you turn this into Fruit Ninja.
Literally just did.
Okay. So I'm going to roll to see how on target it is, and then you are going to roll based on the DC that gets set by that.
Okay.
Okay. So go ahead. And this is roll to hit.
Roll to hit. Ouch. All right. So how many rounds am I throwing for?
We'll give you 3.
How many attacks do I get at? How many daggers do I get to throw at level 5?
2.
Action, bonus
technically
action.
3.
Action, bonus action. So 2 daggers.
Because they're
right?
light.
So 2 daggers, right?
Action, bonus action, action surge would give you.
He doesn't have action surge.
Oh.
So the first roll would be a 15,
Okay. Second roll.
No.
Action, bonus action.
and then a
He doesn't
14.
have extra attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
That's a fighter thing.
The
And a
DC was
barbarian
15.
thing.
2-weapon fighting?
So,
And when you action surge, you
First
don't get a
one?
bonus action.
First one hit.
okay. Sorry,
Second
there's a
one.
lot of chatting and I'm struggling.
Second one closely missed.
I think so.
Yes. So it's going to be you throw the first one, it hits on center, but it kind of like wobbles a bit, like you threw it too hard. And then as you threw the second one, it clears through the space where the P would have been if you hadn't wobbled it. So, second one.
Golf claw. Golf claw.
Yep.
Oh, this is even worse. 11. There we are. 25.
DC's 12. So the first one you just went too early, like you were a little embarrassed about the one that you missed, and so you went too early, and it and then you like hit that Zen, and you strike so pure, like.
Oh, you're pregnant.
Would y'all stop?
That mean I have to eat him now?
Yeah, well, you're the
He
male.
started
so-
it.
Only if it doesn't stop staring at you.
It strikes so true that it actually pierces through the P and hits his target behind it.
Not the P.
Last one.
Last one. I'm whipping
not
out a
gonna
crossbow for this one.
Always whipping
Is
it
that your
out.
third die that you threw off the table today?
It is the first one I haven't.
I'm whipping out a crossbow for this one.
Okay.
Like it matters.
Based on how you're rolling, you're not going to be hitting
I
this.
almost shoot myself in the foot.
Yeah, performance academy.
You were so impressed.
9.
Yeah, not so much. This one was up to an 18, so you whiff so hard that you almost hit yourself in the foot.
It's okay. Some are good shooters at the beginning, but don't reload very fast. Some men have that.
There was another shot. Wait, I thought it was only 2. Sorry,
I have another
It was-
shot.
I was premature.
They have pills for that.
So for the one strike that hit really, really well, you get full points. But for basically everything else, it was kind of a miss. So
rolling.
you're getting scored at 4 out of 10.
I'm being there's the flying paper things that are just like looking at me, and I'm like getting nervous.
Maybe you shouldn't walk around with crossbows out in the middle of a festival.
Oh,
Kevin,
I was excited.
what does Udo need
Udo needs bamboo stalks.
done?
So he has like 5 of them kind of clustered together, and he pulls out his naginata and he starts this twirling dance with it, and he leaps up into the air and slices through all of the bamboo stalks.
Okay.
Ooh.
So he imagines.
So he imagines.
knowing him.
I want you to roll however many like if you're rolling with advantage, then you're gonna do that twice.
Natural 19. I actually want to go for high damage.
Okay.
Like the hit, I think is pretty easy because, but I'm like going for max damage, so I'm using my.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so that's 18 to hit on the first one, and 20 to hit on the second one.
Okay.
And now for damage, it's a D10 plus 15. 7 plus 15 is 22.
Okay.
Denting my character sheet. 4 plus 15 is 19.
So I rolled for their health,
Yeah.
and you cleared it by 1.
Okay.
You are able to fully complete your slice through all of the bamboo, land with grace, feel like a badass, and you are getting your full 10 out of 10 points for the qualifying round.
Woohoo!
I don't
The
know.
bamboo
someone-
does that thing where it like holds there for a second and then slides up.
Yeah, like I cut it and it's just standing there, and I'm like, whoa.
There you go.
Alright, Nathan.
I require 2 things.
Yes.
1, a fully grown and healthy, old, preferably old, bamboo stalk.
Okay.
And
Are you
singular
gonna
green
charge
grape.
it? Are you gonna knock into it again? Are we doing
a
this?
singular green grape.
Okay. We get you a singular green grape. Does it have to be green?
Yes.
Yes.
He
Okay.
eats the grape and then snacks the
Alright, so age and health. So age, it is not the oldest thing that you've ever, but it is like on that, it's already like yellowed, it's just not deteriorated. So it is an older one and it is healthy.
I pull out my kanabo, which is basically just a stick with nodules of little pebbles in it. One solid hit. All the way through.
Yay.
Good call. Good call.
What's the grape got to do with it?
Oh, it'll make sense.
Okay.
Will it?
The grape
Are
just
you
in it.
trying
much-
to knock it onto the grape?
That would be a song name.
Okay.
Grape just in
grape got to
it.
do with it?
Alright, so you rolled to hit.
Okay. So that's a natural 17 plus 8.
Yeah, you're
So
good.
really easy hit. Damage.
Damage.
Sorry. Ooh. 18 points of bludgeoning.
13 hit points because I rolled a goddamn 1.
That thing explodes.
Okay. Explain the grape.
Grape.
It falls. It explodes catastrophically and falls in levels like
Not the village.
not the village. And look at the
That's
grape.
X job.
You're just gonna smash it.
Yep. Why hold on? No, just
Sledge-o-matic!
So hold on. You destroy, obliterate the freaking stock, and then you go for this.
Roll damage, please.
watch me get higher. Higher damage to the
Was
grape.
that just to make more people look at you to pop the grape?
Did you roll max damage for the grape?
No, not max.
Minimum?
No,
Okay, this
solidly in the middle. That's going to be 14 points of bludgeoning.
with
To a
its
grape.
3 hit points, it basically it becomes physics rather than biology. And
Wow.
Those within 5 meters are within the splash zone.
you get the points for the bamboo. Everyone is confused by the grape.
That was the points.
You get 8 out of 10, and you qualify.
Yes.
Why the grape? But everyone's going to be talking about that for like weeks.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's like
So-
Knocks out a bamboo stalk with one swing and then crushes a grape.
Why the grape? No one knows. Maybe he just hates grapes.
All right.
No one.
So
Come on. Okay, they ain't never seen Gallagher.
I am aware of Gallagher.
I know you are.
That was the point.
I saw
was a
Gallagher
nod.
live at the Holt Center when I was 8 years old, and we sat in row 2.
I have seen Gallagher.
It's just a
many
nod.
times.
I think I've seen him. I remember having to wear a tarp because of fruit. I don't remember if it was Gallagher.
We saw him the show he introduced the sponge frisbees,
Oh yeah.
and the Holt Center was pissed because he was throwing these. He was dipping them in whatever he had up there and throwing them into the balcony. The whole place was the splash zone.
That's so gross.
The mess that they had to clean up. Oh my god. No wonder
Get the
that-
hoses.
I feel like they knew what they signed up for.
It's Gallagher.
Yeah.
All right.
His
all right.
poetry's available online.
Oh God, I haven't read. You told me Black Gold. All right,
All
let's
of
go.
his stuff can be uploaded to YouTube because he died. His will says that it's public domain. All of his
Oh,
stuff
that's
is-
cool.
Tom Lair recently just said everything's public domain.
Tom Lair. Oh, okay. That's nice.
Wait,
He's not dead.
so that means I can do
Any Tom Lair
Lair's
song you like.
Quinn just got more annoying.
That's not even possible.
Oh,
He's over
all go
9,000.
together when we go. Yes.
I want to be clear. No, he didn't. But
As we dance to the masochism tango.
he's gotten more
Shout
ammo. The ammo's not more effective.
Has the ammo become more,
It's
of
not
quality?
dead. Shoot it some more.
All right, so we've got the scores here with our 0, 4, 8, 10. You two can redo your performances, or we've been doing this a while, so we can.
Nope, I'm good.
Okay.
That was my trope.
You just wanted to bust a grape.
It was a nut. Just a nut.
So you bust the grape and you just
I
walk
couldn't
out.
bust a nut, so I had to bust a grape.
You busted a bamboo! You absolutely could have busted a nut!
I think that's
I
a
just
informed
envision
check.
setting the hammer and letting the hammer fall down, that the handle just go pull as he walks away. It's the weight of the hammer is on the ground, and the heavy part is on the ground, and just let the hammer handle just fall to the ground as you walk away.
Alright, so Udo, you have won your 3rd event here at the festival. It's starting to feel like a sweep, and people are starting to be less on your side. It wasn't the predatory consuming of people, it was the overexposure.
Who's this dick keeps winning everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Like I know when I'm entering the children's art competition. It's just a bunch of finger paintings and like a reasonably decent drawing.
Alright, anybody
I'm like a ringer in the Special
2 more
Olympics.
tokens. Calligraphy competition,
Yeah.
which is more like of the fancy writing in Japanese and stuff like that.
Yes, that is
Oh.
what
That's calligraphy.
Yeah, but there's different type of calligraphy. Anyway, I'm literally going to do the big black brush and write out
Little handles like
the
this.
name
Wow.
of my god.
It's a Todd piece of paper this big.
Yeah, but
It's like a fortune cookie.
it's literally like a fortune cookie, but it is literally movement flow in the body as I
We've
move
all
from
seen
one.
cursive, yeah.
Oh yeah. So
I need you to roll a d4.
okay, D4.
That's how many letters you got right in a row.
Damn it!
Why do they
learn how to read.
Why do they call it cursive? Fuck. Fuck.
That is a
Fuck.
3.
Okay. So you rolled on the upper half, which means that you are going to feel within your antenna the resonance of your god, and you are being reached out to by your patron.
Yes, goddess. Wait.
Oh no!
I mean, I'm in the middle of a stage, aren't I?
Oh no.
He's just
So from
you're
joy,
here in the
from
background.
yes, goddess, of like, wait a minute, I've never had.
Chocolate covered or fried crickets? I'm really not clear.
Please hold. Can I roll a deception check to try to just like
Who is this?
disguise my
Who is this
horror of what I'm about to communicate to?
Where he believes his god is Todd. We need to be clear about that.
I
given
still
that
believe my god is
he
Todd.
believes his god is Todd.
But I've always had a suspicion of like, who the hell am I talking to? Because I just recently spoke to Todd several times.
And she had no idea.
And then I'm like,
She's like, cool, cricket.
who the fuck am I talking to?
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
Your faith is weak. That was a test.
Okay, so what
That's a
are
legitimate-
you trying to deceive about?
Well, sorry, that was overgoing, but so I listen to and I have the flowing of whatever is communicating to me to flow into the paper of this calligraphy because I'm still people are watching me. I can't stop. That's going to ruin the performance of the act.
Sure.
Nope. She's walking by at the time and steps on something. It's like, and the paper flutters off.
That is my dream.
Walking away like it's a piece of toilet paper on the.
All right.
That is legitimately Aito's dream death to be stepped on by Todd.
That's a different king.
Very different.
Roll a performance and please don't say that again.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
the sad part is
Natural 20 assholes.
And you're adding 10.
Oh.
Because on top of whatever, so...
Plus 8.
Huh?
I have a plus 8 of performance.
Okay. And
Yep.
then we agreed that we're doing the plus 5 on top of...
Oh God.
42?
20s?
Yeah.
43.
And then you get a plus 10 on top of that.
53.
No, it's 43 with that.
So natural 20 plus 8 plus 10 plus 5.
Yeah.
43.
43.
43.
43.
Okay, so you roll 43.
He's gonna be on our toes for this.
A spiritual energy, it touches down on the calligraphy or the ink river and it treats it as kind of a well, and it shoots up and around and goes down onto the paper, gliding over what you have written, creating a perfect impression of what you were trying to write. But
It's not Todd.
It's not snowflake.
it doesn't form anything that you can lock your eyes on, but everybody is reacting to this as though you have done perfectly well and you're going to win the competition. But you're still
Yeah, I'm holding it up and everything. Like,
yeah, and you
Read
can't.
this. What?
and then
You
you
can't
don't
read.
realize that you have summoned Eck, and he appears and smashes
Shut
you flat.
Oh my god!
story happened.
Shut up! Like, seriously, I get that we're all having fun, but you guys have been really interruptive for the last, 15 minutes. Shut up.
Way more than 15.
Stop it!
We've been difficult players since we have.
What do you mean have been?
You're not shutting up! You're trying to rush your way off stage. Other people are finishing their stuff.
I'm like bowing.
They award you the stuff. They're trying to talk to you, and you just scuttle the fuck out.
Yep. I'll definitely contact you back. Yes.
I'm assuming you go to a place that's as reserved as you can find quickly.
Porta potties.
Not bad.
It's a quiet place.
Yourself is not
It's a
bad idea.
festival.
It's the only quiet place.
And the resonance along your antenna, it starts to solidify in front of you, and it becomes this blinding white orb in front of you.
It's beautiful.
And it starts screaming. It starts projecting out the death throes of this spirit at the moment of its final moments. And then the screaming stops. And the energy kind of refocuses, so you feel like its gaze is on you. And a chorus of voices starts projecting at you, almost into your mind.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, "We are not Todd, but we are of Todd, and your devotion has warranted attention.
No.
You are a creature who could do more should you let go of this singular focus and seek out greater.
Granger?
And you're going to kind of, the light is going to reach out and it's going to cascade over you and then disappear. And
In the shitter.
Can we say there's actual visible light coming out of the porta potty?
It's just not a light bug. It's fine.
You hear this? Oh, and then
you gain 2 additional spell slots, level 1.
ooh.
And you are able to take any additional first level spell off the necromancy table.
Ooh. Necromancy school.
Necromancy school.
Oh, okay, that's what you mean.
Thank you.
Okay, so in addition to my 3rd level spell slots, I have 2 additional 1st level spell slots.
Yes.
And you
Noted. So
can
yeah,
add-
there's literal like orgasmic screaming in this toilet.
Sure.
Not the first time.
Bear in a box.
Inside joke.
That was evident by no one else.
Was that it, by the way? Was that it? As the power surges in me, as I'm just grabbing whatever's in here, as I'm just gonna, as the door opens, literal just steam coming out as
I
I
don't know
just.
why you're saying is that it. You just got confirmation that your god's not who you thought it was, but you are being recognized.
Yeah, but I'm also being filled with a bunch of power that is not mine.
Right.
He's also slightly distracted because 3 doors down, Endo just has his abdomen backed up into one of these.
It sucks being out of scale,
Like
doesn't it?
door open, roll to see just destroying them.
It was instant happiness from like this, like brilliant, like the light is real, the light is real. Oh God, it's up, the light, it's fire, kind of mentality.
Somebody had too many cookies.
As the door opens and I just stumble out, just going, ah, God's not real, God's not real, we killed it. As I just run off into the distance.
Wait, you forgot your lantern!
Ladies and gentlemen, the edible finally hit.
There's got to be at least one crane fly that's like taking down Nietzsche level notes. Like, God's not dead, we killed her. All right.
And I'm
freaking.
Someone had way too much on his first trip.
All right.
It's a festival.
We're gonna wrap up here. Everybody gets food and drink and has had a blast. You're going to bed here overnight, and the map indicates that your next stop is going to be where you're going. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and end this here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for watching. Stay happy, stay safe, and keep on
Stay
rolling.
healthy.
I don't give a shit.
You shouldn't. You stay healthy.
Just stay happy.
Just stay
Just
healthy.
stay
Yeah.
happy.
It's fine.
Happy is the truth.
I cannot help but notice the world is not the same as when we all got started, and we know who's to blame. No turning back now to try to be insane. For what's beyond the veil, too vivid to explain. Faceless behemoths haunt my dreams, seeking to steal my sanity. I will not stand down, won't back away, as long as you're with me. Together we roll, together we roll. I'll fight for you, will you fight for me? Together we roll, I'll protect you, just as long as you stand with me. Together we roll. The gods look down on us, we're just a game to them. Eldritch monstrosities at their unholy whim. But we will stand up, we'll shout a battle cry. The future beckons us and we'll stand unified.